Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. I have to finish this game because I kind of forgot about it like more than a month ago, and I only accomplished some amount of endings. I do not remember. All I remember is that I have to finish up the third. I think they might be four, actually, maybe. But I've definitely not gotten the. This is the one game, Cemetary Mary is the one game in which I have not gotten the good ending, like, first time around. I've gotten two bad endings so far. I'm gonna try and see which way I can go now. Hopefully, we can just speedrun the ending with Croven, because I got the ending with Blondie Man, I got the ending with Owl Gal. Now we gotta get the ending with Croven, which is Mary's cousin, quote unquote, as in their families are close enough that they consider each other family. That sort of thing. So yeah. I don't know if the Croven path is essentially the only good path, and I'm kind of surprised that Stream Elements is not posting my usually it just comes into chat and it's like, oh, Alotl is streaming this, and it's like, cool. It's noticed that I'm doing a thing and functioning. Amazing. But right now it just hasn't decided to do that, and I hope it's not because it's broken somehow. Because yesterday it did sort of glitch out a little bit, I would say. Just in the sense that one shatter at least wasn't popping up on the screen. Or at least on the stream. They were popping up on my OBS and obviously my Twitch chat, but they weren't popping up in the OBS. They weren't popping up on like the screen in OBS, but they were popping up on the chat log thing. I'm not certain. I'm still editing, so I have to actually check whether that person ever showed up on my stream. I'm pretty sure they probably did. Like, I'm almost certain of it. But yeah, we'll be doing that today. We're just going to be playing Cemetary Mary and sort of skedaddling through that game. I can probably skip through most of the stuff. The only parts I'm not really going to skip is the actual hangout scenes when I'm with Croven, and that's it. That's really it. Not much has gone on in my day. Now let me talk about my day a little bit, even though not much has gone on. A couple of things, I suppose. One, I had overslept. I was supposed to be on a voice call with Marseille, fellow streamer here on Twitch, and I just completely overslept like a stupid dummy when I couldn't, like, I don't even know why. I feel like it's so bad. I feel so bad because I couldn't even respond to his Discord messages or anything. So it was just me, my ass is asleep. Fuck, and I knew I had like, I don't know, there was something in my mind. Like, I woke up kind of early, and I don't remember why, and so I just went back to sleep, and then I woke up late. Maybe that was why. My brain just knew I had to do something and I didn't know. Too groggy to actually will myself to think about why would I had been awakened by my body. So that kind of sucks. I feel bad. I mean, there's always next time. There's always the next week. But still, it's still kind of a shitty thing to do. I'm sure we'll still chit chat in the Discord, just talk to each other here and there. And maybe I could visit a stream of his to make up for it. I'm still obviously working on the reaction videos. Those will come out probably, this will likely be, well, first one's gonna get done on Monday, or posted on Monday, one of the two, either done or posted on Monday. And the other ones I'm not too sure. It's gonna take me at least, like, I'm gonna see if I can just lock in, because I think editing wise it's gonna take me like 3 days max, only because I'm just a spastic individual. Like, if I locked in and just sat down and then just focused purely on editing, I'm sure I could pump out those videos like day after day, at least in terms of like having them edited and then published to the second channel. But it probably won't start off that way, especially since I do not have enough material to last the entire week anyways. So maybe for the next stream, maybe that's something I should, consider the next time around when I do that kind of stream. Just consider, I have to consider that I need a lot more videos. I need at least 5 main videos. Imagine having horns. Imagine not having horns. Hail to thee, Yuki. How have you been? You freaking little knife-eared bastard. There you go. Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness. Stretching. I'm stretching. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like an old man every time I gotta stretch. Every time. Awesome Sauce, you was playing D&D today. That's amazing. Was it fun? And you not little? I know you're not little, but that's what makes it funny, that you're not little. And I call you little. Because you're not little. And my horns are cool, okay? So don't you start making fun of my horns. It was fun. That's good to hear. I'm glad you had fun. I'm just gonna be finishing up this this game because I sort of forgot about it months ago. And I was like, oh damn, I gotta actually like get like 2 other endings or some shit. I don't remember how many endings there were. I think there were like 3 plus the true ending. And I got like 2 of them down. So I gotta get the last 2, I guess, technically. Don't know how that's gonna happen. At least for the true ending. Because I know I've already ended with like the 2 bad endings of this game. I got the 2 bad endings so far. And then the 3rd one, in theory, shouldn't be a bad ending. But who knows, who knows. My mouth is kind of dry. Haven't been able to drink too much just yet in terms of liquid. And my tea right now is too damn hot. Still too hot to drink. Too caliente. Not much is going on outside of that, really. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do. I also have to finish up Slay the Princess, because I gotta get the other ending for that, and I gotta finish up getting the last like fragmented versions of the princess woman. Damn. If only I had finished this when I like was playing this 2 months ago, this freaking game. Instead of just forgetting about it. Bleh, bleh. Game. Now we're gonna basically be speedrunning it, quote unquote, as in I'm gonna be skipping a lot of the dialogue until I get to new dialogue. Load? I gotta go back to like 1, right? The Evil Book voice game? The Evil Book voice game? I'm not sure. I'm uncertain of the Evil Book voice game. I have not met any evil voices, well, there is the evil voice. There is a voice, or we do get a person calling us, but I don't know about anything else. We haven't figured out who the voice calling us is, either. I can't remember if this is the first bit. I'm gonna have to just speedrun this. Skip this. Okay. Fuck, maybe I should have gone maybe I shouldn't have speedrun it like that. History. Let me see who. Okay, Croven is rarely at home, and I don't like being alone. Paranoid. I think Croven's at the library, right? Or it doesn't even matter at this point right now. I don't remember if it matters at this point. I don't know why I clicked out the game. Or is this the bit where you just have to go through everybody's thing? Hold on, skip. Who's your friend? Skip. Okay, have we met before? Skip. We just gotta get to the part that matters. Okay, cafe. Skip this. Stay quiet, skip. Stay quiet, skip. Stay quiet, skip. I forgot to also adjust the volume for this game. Almost forgot about that. There we go. So now that any sound effects won't be too loud. Anyone? Blah, blah. I won't show them to anyone. Skip. Library. Skip. Skip. When are we gonna get to the places that matter? Come on, game. Should I be afraid? Skip. Okay. Croven. Okay, exit phone. Croven is at the cafe, I believe, if I remember correctly. We did this first bit. I believe we did anyways. So we just gotta go through the other options. If she's bad, I'll wash my back. There we go. We gotta be friendly with Croven. But I trust your reasons for disliking her, even if I don't know what they are. I think it's a little late to back out of the arrangement, but I'll definitely take what you said to heart. I'll be careful. Good, you should be. Come on, let's go throw the trash out. Yay, I'm still misreading like always. Croven was still salty over Twyla, even after I had attempted to drop the conversation. He said he wouldn't talk about it anymore, but I better not ever mention him to Twyla. Ever. We tried to spend the rest of the day together, but it was more than apparent he wasn't in a good mood anymore. At least, by the time we started heading home, he had calmed down to a much normal state. After getting home, he said he was gonna smoke outside for a little bit, so I let him and headed up to bed. Blah, 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 do what I do every night. Hi, hello, can we talk about that thing you said the other night? This bit doesn't matter either, at least to my knowledge, unless it does. Skip through that. This is the part where I think Croven is like, yo, where are you going? Right? Not eating breakfast. Not today, I'm not hungry. His response was a simple okay, and after that, I was out the door. I just wanted to go to that place and not be bothered. On the bus right there, all three of them texted me again. Croven said he noticed I left pretty quickly and hoped I wasn't upset with him for his behavior lately. Twyla talked about some progress in her research. Reginald said he'd be at the cemetery again today. Although I appreciate their messages, I really needed to be alone. Blah, 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 just relax. That's not the right word. I wasn't going there to relax. I was going there to mourn. Okay, skip. Right, this bit. Married couple, Halloween, 13th birthday, I guess? No, wait. Yeah, maybe I should be saving, but whatever. Doesn't matter. And I don't think choosing which room here matters either. Skip through this. All we gotta do is just call Croven. He'll know what to do. I rushed to call Croven. He was my family and the only person I could trust with something like this. Please pick up Croven. As I was beginning to fear Croven forgot to charge his phone or something or other, he picked up. Yo. Croven! Where are you right now? Are you busy? Can you come meet me? Whoa, 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 hold up. What's with all the questions? Everything okay? I'm at the diner and there was someone here. Some intruder. They just ran out. But please, can you come over, please? Calm down, Mary. Reel it back a bit. How come, okay? Don't panic. Okay. I'll try not to. Yeah, because somebody just breaks in and steals something, and we still don't have any idea who that person is. It felt like an entire eternity before Croven got here. I couldn't really read the expression on his face. He looked kind of concerned, but also kind of annoyed in a way too. Did I bother him somehow? Still, he calmed down pretty quickly. So we looked around the house, trying to make sure whoever was here didn't leave anything behind, and they didn't. Except, well, when we checked my parents' room, I noticed one of my mother's necklaces was missing from her drawer. It was the necklace my father had given her for their anniversary a few years back, but she couldn't have taken it with her. I remember seeing it here, checking the diner after my parents first disappeared. Did they take it? The thought put my stomach in knots. To think they must have been in here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh God, I don't know. After we researched every room, we headed back downstairs. Croven gave me a kind of sad look. Are you really okay, Mars? I'm now. Thanks for coming. Mars, are you sure you weren't just imagining things? It was probably just an animal that got in, I don't know. I know shit's been kind of rough lately. And I know I haven't been helping in that, so... Look, I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if... What? No! Croven, I definitely saw a person here. I swear it. Well, in that case... Maybe it was just a squatter? Croven, I really don't think so. This place was locked before. They couldn't have gotten in until I unlocked it. What if they followed me here? You can't know that for sure though, right? I guess not. Look, you caught me at a bad time. And I really can't do a lot to help right now anyways. Let's just get out of here and try to forget it, okay? Forget it? Is there anything we can really do at this point? You already called me just because you don't want to phone the police, right? Look, I'm sorry someone got in. But what do you want me to do about it? I'm just one guy, Mars. I can't track him down for you. Let's just leave this place alone for now. I guess. Sag. But not untrue. Mans can't really do jack. We left and I locked the place back up, but something seemed off about Croven today. He usually wasn't like this. Croven was always so hot-headed and defensive, especially towards me lately. But now that I'm actually asking for his help, he just doesn't seem to care. I went home disappointed that night. I could barely eat or brush my teeth properly. I almost went straight to bed. But no, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't, even if I wanted to. Okay, good evening. Was that you at the diner today? What do you mean? Earlier today, you said I was at my diner, or house, I guess. Blah, 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 stranger. I couldn't see their face. And they ran out as soon as they realized I was behind them. Was that you? No. I don't know why I bother asking if you don't tell the truth anyways. Sometimes lying will be necessary, but I am telling you the truth now. If you say so, I'm not really sure what else to say. That's okay. I prefer when you don't ask questions. Why's that? You know what they say, curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Good night, Mary. Guten Nighten. Guten Nighten. So much for getting a good night's sleep. Mary, are you sleeping? Mary, no. Okay, skip through all this and just get to the question. Skip again. Horror scene. No, at least I don't think so. You're playing DS3 in the meantime, but you're here, by the way. That's alright. I don't mind you lurking. You can lurk as much as you want. I'm just gonna be speeding through all of this unless I get to scenes I haven't seen before anyways, so... Not auto. Skip. She was young. Skip. She's not alone. Skip. Then Croven? Hey Mars, you good? Yeah, I'm good. What are you doing here? I don't know. I remember you talking about some sort of funeral happening today. Figured I'd stop by and ask if you wanted to hang out after. But I guess now is after, so wanna hang out? Now? Alright? Yeah, Corvin's a little weird. What's that look for? Oh, nothing. It's nothing. It's just, well, I don't know. You've kind of been in a bad mood lately. It's kind of sudden that you want to hang out right now. Is there any reason for that? Nah, nothing special. It's not like I have it's not like I have other plans today or anything, so no one's been responding to my text, so oh, I see. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. So, we hanging or nah? Yeah. Just, you're not, gonna get snappy with me, are you? Heh, no promises. Croven! I'm kidding. I won't. Come on, let's go. Alright, now we're gonna hang out. I followed Croven down to the sidewalk as we headed somewhere. Suddenly, he wants to spend time with me again. Even though other times it's like he can't wait to get as far away from me as possible. Still, though, I would appreciate the time he wanted to spend with me when he did. We kept walking together, and I kind of just let him lead and followed him wherever it was he was going. I didn't even think to ask until we had been walking a block or two already. Oh, hey, where are we going actually? Or are we just wandering? Huh? No. I figured we could go to the arcade together. Ever since I was there the other day, I've been itching to go back. And it's not like I can play fighting games alone. I mean, I can, but it's not as fun. The arcade? I felt so excited. I couldn't remember the last time I went to the arcade. Or any arcade for that matter. I wonder if it still looked the same as it does in my head. I wonder if they still had the crane machine. Well, those questions would be answered shortly enough. The automatic doors in front of the familiar brick building began to open up. The bright light from outside leaked into the dark interior of the building. The arcade. Gambler. Yeah, Mary might be a bit of a gambler. You know, to be fair, the claw machine is like the one thing that probably is gambling that won't piss you off too much, at least for me. It takes me the longest to get pissed off at. Anything else, I'm gonna start tweaking. Oh, it was just how I remembered it. Except cleaner, and with a new carpet, and I was taller now. Oh goodness, I hadn't been to the arcade in so long. Really? My friends and I are here all the time. Honestly, it's kinda a wonder we hadn't been kicked out by now. Don't tell anyone, but I cheated at skeet ball last time I was here. Maybe we can do that today and rack in some tickets. Then we can finally get that lava lamp from the prize booth. The longest, so you gonna keep trying? Listen, if I come across a claw machine and I have money and I look inside and there's something good that I want or something cute that I want, yes, I will fucking try. It's either that one, and you know the other one, you know the one that you see at malls sometimes where it's like the one with the stick and you have to line it up correctly so that when it finally pushes, like when the stick goes out to push the thing, it goes through the hole and pushes the item out the back end and then you get the item. That one's a bitch. I hate that one. Because I always get so close. I get so close and I swear I might like destroy that machine someday. Any of those machines that I ever come across, I might destroy them. if I fucking ever try to win a prize from those again. It's usually a fake things inside, usually, but then you can just say it's false advertising and sue the place and then get money. But only when they still have it in the blue color. This is so exciting. What should we play first? I don't know. Why don't we look around and see? You like my voice acting? I'm perfect. Crowan and I sought out a game to play. We tried to look for ones we could play together since we were both here. It was a bit of a challenge, finding one that was free though. I guess everyone else had the same idea we did, to come here today. Say, last time you were here, that's when you met that person, right? Vasilis, I think? Yeah, what about him? Well, how are they? You haven't talked about them since Planet Dollars. I noticed Crowan's face go a little red. Oh, are you still seeing them? None of your business, Crowan said as he avoided eye contact with me. Although it was a bit snappy, I could tell he didn't mean it maliciously. Eventually, a fighting game opened up like he was hoping for. So we made our way over to begin playing. I'm not all that good at fighting games. Me neither, girl. Me neither. Or video games in general. But I have fun playing them regardless. As we selected our characters, Crowan said he wouldn't go easy on me. So I had to make sure I gave it my all. Alright, here we go. You ready? I like the designs for the fighting characters. I like the bunny. Bunny girl! Bunny with the dress! The other one kind of looks like some chick from the 80s. I don't know why, but she looks like some chick from the 80s and like some like, this is like 80s sci-fi to me. The chick on the left side. Alright, here we go. You ready? I think so. Maybe? Well, you better be. What should I do? Okay, here's where we get to make history. Save. We gotta save. I forgot about that. Saving is a feature. No, we could have saved right there. Punch, kick, punch, kick. No, kick, punch, kick, block, kick, or punch, punch, kick, punch, block. Kick, punch, kick, block, kick, I think. Not bad. But I'm better. Okay, okay. Maybe we can beat him. Think about it. Block, kick, jump, kick, punch. Are you sure you haven't been in here in a while? Yeah? I don't know. I feel like you're lying to me to let my guard down. Okay, so we're doing good. Charge, punch, kick, kick, block. Whoa! I actually won this time? Heh, not bad. Now, you're sure you don't come here on your own sometimes? Never, I swear. Heh, I'm just messing with you, Mars. Nice job. Crowan and I played a few more games after that. Some more fighting ones, one or two racing ones, all the kind of games you can play with 2 players. Those kinds of games don't really give out tickets though, so it looked like as if we wouldn't be getting that lava lamp today. Playing all these games was really fun, but I could see how it was starting to tire Crowan out. We were about to leave when I spotted it. I tugged on Crowan's sleeve, to which he turned and looked at it. He groaned. Really? The crane machine? You know there's just scams for your money, right? The toys in there are so cheap anyways, and don't you have enough? Alright, fine, I'll try it. Just keep in mind I'm rusty, okay? Crowan and I walked up to the crane machine. He reached into his pocket for his wallet as I pressed my face to the glass in excitement. We have one of these already in our house, one of these little fucking blueberry looking guys. I think I might be able to show it if it shows her room again. but we do have one, I think. If there's one problem I definitely have, aside from all the others, it's that I love plushies too much. I always collect them, even though they're usually just sit all pretty in my room. There's just something about how soft and comforting they are. Back when we were kids, Crovin and I would come to this arcade whenever he was in town. I always tried to win things from the crane machine, but I could never do it. Dad would always try too, but he was like me and could never quite get it right. But Crovin seemed to have a gift when it came to this stuff. It wasn't all the time, but more often than not, he was able to win things. And he always gave them to me. Most of the time, anyways. Alright, here we go. I heard him say as the claw lowered into the pit of toys and stuffed animals. I couldn't quite see what it was grasping, but it got something. When it raised itself up, it was a box. One of the mystery boxes holding a mystery prize inside. I had never seen Crovin win one of those before. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win one. Didn't it just... Okay. Same line, but different line at the same time. I don't know what that was. The box slid down into the prize chute, and I took it out. I dug into the tightly sealed tape. I dug into the tightly sealed tape with my fingernails and grabbed the flaps of the cardboard as I took out the prize. It was a book. Despite having just come out of the machine, the book itself seemed a little old and worn. The cover read, How to Talk to Ghosts. Oh, this book again. See, Mary? I told you all these games or these machines are scams. Who wants to win a book? What do you mean? It's perfect. I love it. Thank you for letting me have it. Huh? Psh, it's nothing. I mean, as long as you're happy with it, I guess it's fine. Crovin and I left the arcade after that, but I had quite the pep in my step, I'm sure, as I was so happy with my new prize. And to be spending time with him again. It was actually a bit late in the day by the time we got out, so we grabbed something quick to bring back for dinner. Bring back home for dinner. It was nice to be riding the bus back with Crovin this time. It made the ride and walk back to the cabin feel much less lonely and much less scary. After retiring to our rooms that night, I put the book on the bedside table to remember to read it later. I got all ready for bed and then pulled out my phone, knowing I wouldn't be able to rest until it was taken care of. Gotta talk to the stranger. You still there? Hello? I'm here. What can I help you with? I mean, I think you already know the answer to that. Right. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you in that regard. Are they still alright at least? They are. Yet I never hear from them. Why is that? It's safer that way. I promise you. Why do you even message me in the first place? I thought it would help you feel better. But if you truly want me to stop, I can do that. No, I don't. Then I won't stop replying to you. But for now, I'll have to go. Good night, Mary. I woke up the next morning pretty early. Earlier than usual. But I didn't feel tired. In fact, I actually felt pretty good. Yesterday was just a bit better of a day than usual. And I'm glad it happened. I tried to be quiet as I walked past Crovin's door that morning. And I saw that he left it open a crack, so I peeked inside. He was sleeping, still, drooling on his pillow and arm hanging over the side. He looked absolutely silly. But it was nice to see him getting some rest for once instead of racing to get out of the house before dawn. Seeing as he was still home, I thought it might be nice if I made breakfast for the two of us. I went downstairs and into the kitchen and started preparing some stuff with what we had. A while later, I heard Crovin coming downstairs from the thumps of his steps, but he still alerted me by asking, "Hey, are you cooking something down here?" come into the kitchen. I just finished making pancakes. What kind? What other kind? Chocolate chip, duh. Huh, you're right. It was foolish of me to ask. Corvin took his usual share in the kitchen as I set out the plates for us. Do you want milk or water? Milk, of course. What kind of stupid asshole do you take me for? Okay, bro. Corvin seemed preoccupied with his phone, but I was in too nice of a mood to care about that. I gave us both milk glasses and put some chocolate syrup on the table just in case. 'Cause, you know, you can never have too much. She really likes sweets. That's her thing. She likes sweets. Corvin, how are you doing? Are you doing anything today? Why? I just had a lot of fun yesterday. I don't know. I thought maybe we could do something again today. If you wanted to. No, you want to? I hadn't really been planning on it. Why do voice the second girl with a man voice? That's not a girl. Corvin is a man. Corvin's a guy. I don't blame you, but he's a young fella. He's not that old. I think he's like just a little bit older than Mary. Mary's like, I don't remember how old Mary is actually. She's like fucking 20 or something, and then Corvin's... How old is Corvin? Corvin's probably only like 2 or 3 years older than Mary is. Oh, I mean... Is she seeing a man? Mary? No. Corvin, I don't know. Corvin is seeing Vasilis, and Vasilis was from a previous game. Or you get to play as Vasilis in the previous game. Vasilis is this deer-headed they-them person. I gotta remember that. The one time I remembered a character who was a they-them was Vasilis. That's probably because I played as them in another game called Blackout Hospital. I have a playlist of that on my YouTube VODs thing. That one was fun. You also get to meet Mary in that game, but I think it's one of those things where this person who makes the games reuses characters, kind of like how Toby Fox reuses his characters for his games. Similar thing here, I think, with this person, where they just reuse the same like cast of characters. Quite a femboy Corvin is. I think that's just the art style. Corvin, I'm not sure if Corvin would be considered a femboy, but sure, if you say so, Yuki, if you say so. I mean, it's okay if you're busy and all. Well, I mean, there's some things I have to take care of first. But will you be free later tonight? Huh? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't really hang out with anyone besides you anyways. Alright, cuz the gang and I were thinking about heading to this club tonight. The gang? You know, me and my buds. Oh, I've heard you talking about them, but I've never met them before. See? Perfect then. You can come to the club with us, meet him, we can let loose over a few drinks, it's all good. I don't drink, but I don't terribly mind going to a club with Corvin. I had never really been to a club before, and even though I'm sure I'm not really the kind of crowd they expect to see there, I was always curious to see what one was like. I always find it funny, like the juxtapositioning, where like both of them are pretty like, how do you say, like emo-esque, but like Mary is such like a sweetheart, you know, like Shiri gal, despite always wearing darker colors and like painting her hair, like her hair color red. Because I'm pretty sure it's canon that her hair color is like something else, but she just paints it red because she wants to like look more goth or whatever. I don't even know what she's going for actually. So I looked forward to it. I tried to keep myself busy throughout the day. I cleaned the cabin a bit, as it had been getting a bit out of shape. And tried to start a grocery list since I was sure we'd have to go on a run soon. Despite how I thought I might feel, I was excited actually. I had never met these friends of Croven, but I knew that he's known them for a while. At least since he's been living closer to Blackwood, but maybe even earlier. There's been times where Croven would rush out of the house during dinner just to go meet them. At least, I always assume it was them. He's always hanging out with them as far as I know, despite how much time he seems to spend with them. Croven's just out here with the boys, I guess. And Vasilis as well. Oh, sorry, like I'm messing about with the screen to move it around. I've never met them or have even seen what they look like before. I always hear good things about them from him, though. So at the very least, I trust that they're nice people. And I hope they're I hope they like me. I kept up with Croven throughout the day. I had to ride the bus into town without him this time, but that was okay. The hard part was following his directions. This club seemed like an awful lot of work to get to, but I was eventually able to find it, after I realized it was sunken into the sidewalk. There was a staircase leading down to the entryway, and I heard Croven yell, "Ah, there she is!" As I cascaded down to them. That's a weird way to use cascaded, but I mean it's not wrong, I think. And finally met the people I've heard so much about. Here she is. Gal of the hour. Okay, we can save. This is where saving matters, kinda. I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure. I know we can piss off each route person if we don't click the correct things. I guess we'll just be very friendly. I don't know if he'd be annoyed if we are we're like, "Oh my god, I've heard great things about you." Let's just be friendly. That seems like what Mary would do. "I've heard such great things about you. I've heard nice things about you." Was all I could mutter out. Damn, she's a little shy. They appeared more rough than I was expecting. I forgot the voice. I mean, I knew that was the kind of look and crowd Croven liked to hang around, but maybe I wasn't as ready to meet them as I thought. Alright, check them out. Fellas, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellas. My dude over here is Theodore. Over there, my other gal over here is Apra. Yo. Aw, she's kinda cute, Croven. In a scary way, though. Yeah. Creepy cute, as they say. I like her eyes. They're just screaming "Hey, looky, I've got a demon inside me." I like her horns too. She really sells the look. Yeah. Croven's friends. I wasn't sure how to feel about their compliments or how they are looking at me. It felt as if they were eyeing me down, and they stood off mostly to Croven's other side. I wish they'd stop looking at me like that. I wasn't really sure what to say. Alright, what are we waiting for then? Let's go in there. I peered around Croven and his pals. There was a bouncer in the front of the door. He seemed like a giant compared to us. I could also see that he was kind of glaring at us. I whispered over to Croven. Is this guy going to let us in? Huh? Oh no, definitely not. It's cool though. I'm gonna be a distraction. Then you guys will run in, and I'll find my own way in. Huh? We've done this plenty of times before, so don't worry about it. I promise it's gonna be okay. Oh, so they're that kind of crowd, huh? They're just gonna fucking distract the bouncer and get in, and then just crawl through a window or some shit. Why should it be the bathroom window too? Assuming that the bathroom to this place has a window. One of those like little ones that are like above like the typical window. I don't know how tall they are, but they're like 4 fucking feet in the air. If you say so. I mean, you seem to know your way around this better than I do. Atta girl. It's easy. You don't even have to do anything. Except go with the flow. And I watched Croven walked right up to the bouncer and promptly kicked his... Oh dear. Croven then zipped right past us, the bouncer charging down his path, missing the rest of us by a hair. Before I could even call out to him, I felt a tug on my arm as Theodore and Zappara pulled me to the door. Come on, dumbass! That's our opening! And I was brought inside without any more protest. Fucking just kick the poor guy in the nuts and run away. I mean, that's definitely a distraction if I've ever heard of any, but goddamn. I forgot how loud clubs are supposed to be. I mean, I had never been in one before, and I had expected them to be loud, of course, but I didn't like the way the music felt as it pumped through my ears. It made my bones shake. It was pretty dark, but there were also plenty of colorful strobing lights about. There was a large dance floor and a DJ booth and a bar off to the side, and plenty of people were up and dancing. We had only been in here a few times, but I could already feel how humid the atmosphere was. And there was no doubt it would only start feeling more apparent as the night went on. I looked around us. Korovin wasn't anywhere, and I was stuck here with his friends. They were talking to each other, but I couldn't hear any of what they were saying over the booming music. They seemed to hear each other just fine, though. And eventually, they started walking somewhere. I trailed closer behind them, not wanting to lose them in the crowd of people. They sat down at a table, and I awkwardly squeezed in next to them. To my surprise, Theodore took out a cigarette and a lighter. I wasn't sure if he was allowed to smoke in here, but I felt too intimidated to question it, especially to someone I didn't know. I was also starting to worry about Croven. He still wasn't here yet, and I considered taking out my phone and calling him just to be safe, but before I knew it, he was heading to our table. He even had a drink in hand. And I was astonished as he sat down next to us as if nothing happened. Jeez, can you believe these assholes? Oh, I can believe it. Especially when it comes to you. Hey, shut up. I don't understand why it's always gotta be like this. I'm giving them money after all. Shouldn't that be enough for him? How do you get back here anyways? Nah, don't worry about it, Mars. I got it all under control. He says that. I say it 'cause it's true, you fucking dick. I don't know what voice to give the other woman. It's like it's too much switch up. So, what are we talking about over here? Nothing. We're just waiting for you to show up. Ah, waiting on little old me? That's so sweet. So sweet I could puke. Oh, again? Shut the fuck up, dickwad. Croven and his friends laughed amongst each other. Anyone could see how close they were with just a quick glance at them right now. And they seemed to make him happy. Happier than I'd seen him in a while. And I like seeing Croven interact with them and seeing how well they got along. But that just made me feel even more of an outsider sitting among them all. So, Mary was it? Theodore took a long drag out of his cigarette and blew it right in my face. I tried to keep a polite demeanor as he did so. What do you do? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's an easy question, ain't it? What do you do? What do I do? What's your job, sweetheart? Oh, Let's see. I guess I used to be a waitress. I'm currently not working, I guess is maybe a better answer. Now, I'm currently not working, but it's just been a bit of a difficult time right now. Luckily, I've been able to stay with Croven while I sort things out. He's been very generous letting me stay. Oh, Croven's letting you have it easy, huh? You moosh off him then? You're playing things smart if you are. What's he bought for you, huh? Huh? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Hey, knock it off. Oh no, it's not like that. Unless it is. Does Croven think I'm mooshing off him? Heh. You would say that, huh? I'm not following. Don't worry about it. Zap's just a fucking idiot. Yeah, says you. Point proven. Anyway, so, Mary, where'd you get those eyes, huh? Oh, my parents gave them to me? Ah, jeez, must have been a disappointing present. If my mama gave me eyes like a dead fish, I'd have been bawling. I hope they kept this receipt. She's just joshing you, don't take it too seriously. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun. I think Mary is too nice of a name for her, though. Nice? Nice, like soft. It's too soft. Like a pansy. If she's gonna be hanging with us, she's gotta need a cool name. Should we call her Mars 2 then? Buzz off. Only I'm allowed to call her that. Oh, I know. We can call her Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Well, hold on now. That's pretty fitting, I think. You think I'm scary? Oh, definitely. That's not good, because I think she has some childhood trauma with being considered scary now that I think about it. Just add Bloody to that, Bloody Mary. If I remember correctly, because there was a little bit of lore in one of the other paths, all I remember is that she used to get bullied when she was like younger, but I don't remember if it was like, you know, the whole. I think it was either Bloody Mary or Scary Mary, like something regarding people seeing her as scary. I think she did not have a good time with it. Let's just put it like that. But you're right, Bloody Mary would be, you know, fitting. But there's a reason the game title is literally Cemetary Mary, and that's because she hangs out at the cemetery too damn much. Oh, definitely. Like, I'm scared when I go out to sleep tonight, you'll be standing at the foot of my mattress. And you'll say something like, only a week remains. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that. You can? She ever do that to you, Croven? Nah, I'm just joking. Mary's too soft. She's like a marshmallow. Well, you know what we do with marshmallows, right? At least people would know me? What do you mean, people would know you? I mean, I guess people would know you if they called you Bloody Mary. I feel like that's a... People in this town definitely know of Mary in the game. In this path, it does not seem she's... Actually, no. The old lady is the one that mentions her nickname being Cemetary Mary. You read all the messages. If people were... Okay, sorry. I was... Yeah, I do need to read all the messages. Just add Bloody to that, Bloody Mary. I would have an awesome time. I would have awesome time if people would call me that. At least people would know me. Yeah. Like I said, you're right. You know, people would know ya. But Mary here, Mary's a softie. Okay? She's already got Cemetery Mary as her title. by just random townspeople that have heard about her hanging out in the cemetery a lot. So, that's good enough. Well, you know what we do with marshmallows, right? I felt weird. Everything just felt like too much. Like there wasn't enough room for everything that was happening. The lights, the music, the people, Croven's friends. Have you ever had a nickname? Weed Man and then Weed God. But we won't talk about that. It wasn't because I smoked. It was just because I looked like somebody that would sell you weed. And that was why I was nicknamed that. That was like the closest thing to a nickname I've had. And that was a long time ago. Just fucking Weed Man and then Weed God. It was a short-lived nickname. I need to... Excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, that's it. She's like Bloody Mary. Sneaking into the bathroom to take her next victim through the mirror. And that's cool. I don't think it was. I don't think getting called somebody, like, being given a nickname because you look like somebody that might sell weed to people is not cool. I feel like that's more of an insult. I didn't mind. It was pretty funny, though. Sneaking into the bathroom to take her next victim through the mirror. Be easy on them, won't ya? The lights in the bathroom aren't that good, and you'll scare the shit out of somebody looking like that. And I got up from the table and squirmed my way through the crowd, looking for the ladies' room. I had begun to regret coming here, even if it weren't for the way his friends were talking. I wasn't a fan of this atmosphere. It was all so loud and so bright. I never liked this kind of stuff. Why did I come again? I went into the bathroom, and only there did I realize how sweaty I was. Girl, you need to chill out. You need to, like, relax. Hydration liquid is good in my mouth. I felt gross. I went over to one of the sinks and rinsed my hands and face with some cold water. Croven never told me his friends were like that. When he used to describe them to me, they always seemed so much nicer through his words. Now, though, should I have expected any different? I always knew these were the kinds of people Croven liked to hang out with. I don't know why. Croven's such a nice person, even if hasn't been the nicest lately. Still, Croven being moody... Yeah, I don't think he means it. Please don't steal. It's just a soap. Somebody just had to label it. Don't fucking finesse this shit. And he doesn't mean it, I don't think. Just because he's been cranky lately, that doesn't mean he means to hurt my feelings. I know that he doesn't try to, but these people, I had just met them, and yet the way they talked to me, Croven didn't even seem to mind it that much. Maybe I was the problem then? I probably shouldn't have taken things so seriously. Before I could have my thoughts to myself much longer, though, someone opened one of the stalls behind me. I hadn't even noticed someone was there. It's a good thing I wasn't thinking out loud. She approached the sink to wash her hands, and I realized it was... Twyla? Oh, hey. Didn't expect to see you here. Doesn't really seem like your type of event. You're a bitch, Twyla, alright? Don't trust the owl woman. As much as I like owl women, and they're very cute, don't trust this bitch. She, was a little crazy. And that's putting it lightly. No offense. I could say the same about you. What are you doing here? I come here a lot, actually. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you. Well, it's not a lot. I just meet up with some friends every once in a while. It's where they like to be. How about you? Groven wouldn't like it if he found that I was talking to Twyla right now. I don't know how Twyla feels about him, so it might not be the best time to bring him up to her. Oh, I was just invited here by a friend. I had never been to one of these places, so I thought it could be nice. But it's really loud out here. And my friends brought some of his other friends, and they're what? I don't know. Obnoxious maybe? I don't know. That feels mean to say, but they feel kind of mean to me. Mean how? I don't know, like compare me to Bloody Mary and stuff. Gross. That sucks. That's why I'm in here, actually. I don't really think I want to go back out again. I can do you a favor if you like. Oh? My friends and I. We actually sit in the VIP area. It's a lot more chill over there, for lack of a better word. Wait, you're actually inviting me? We haven't even known each other that long. And VIP rooms are expensive too, aren't they? It's fine. We're going to be working together, right? So we should help each other out. I don't know if you've seen this game before, but this chick wants us for information about her little investigation, and I did a path where it was just her. I've so far only done paths where I stuck with like one character, so I haven't played around with like going to different characters. Maybe that gives me a different end. I'm not too sure how this game kind of works out. Maybe I have to have some kind of like, to get the best ending, I have to be show with all 3 characters that we get to hang out with, but that's, you know, we'll see how that works some other time, assuming I'll have the time to do that. Maybe that's how I get the good ending. It's like I have to be show with all 3 of them. Besides, I have a feeling you're not really going to come back to this place after tonight. So I don't think anyone will be bothered by you just being here one time. What should I do? Twyla's offer does sound very appealing, but Groven invited me here. Can I really just leave him alone? I know he's with friends, but still. What if he starts wondering about me? And if he finds out that I've been hanging out with Twyla, he might get upset with me again. Our relationship was starting to get better. I don't want him to get mad at me again. What should I do? Let's just refuse this time around. Although it would be a little interesting to see how this would turn out in some other playthrough. Maybe on my own I'll figure that out. Refuse Twyla's offer. That's very nice of you to offer, but I'm sorry. I wouldn't feel right abandoning the people who invited me here. Even if they have been a little nasty. Sue yourself then. Twyla left the bathroom without another word. I followed shortly after. I feel like I've been like slurring up my words a little. This tongue of mine. I didn't see her exiting the bathroom again. It almost seems like there was more people than when I had entered. It had caught me a bit off guard, but I tried to keep my composure as I made my way back to our table. Even though I didn't really feel like going back, it was the right thing to do. I was invited here, after all. Besides, if I went off with Twyla, Groven might get worried about me. Because he still cares. Yeah, he's gotta. I returned to the table, and Groven clumsily got up to let me slide into my seat again. He looked intoxicated already. Hey, sorry. Did I miss anything? Nothing much, except Groven downing 2 of those little shits he's drinking already. Oh, really? I'm waiting for him to throw them up. We're betting on how much he can get to. I don't think he's gonna make it to the double digits. Oh, is he okay? I'm fine. Don't even worry about it. I'd keep an eye on him. Yeah, I try to. Everyone's eyes are always on Croven already. Mars, 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 Mars. Yes? I was just telling him about that thing you do. But like, you know it better than me, so... Yeah, tell us. Yeah, something about the graveyard, right? We like that place too, so... Oh, you do? I don't recall having ever seen you there before, but well, I think they'd like the sneaking into funerals thing. Because she does do that. I like to spend a lot of time there, so I'm quite familiar with the layout. I like to leave flowers out on lonely graves sometimes. And I also, on occasion, I sneak into a funeral or two. Oh, now. That's something I didn't expect out of a supposed Goody Two-Shoes. Talk about a party crasher. Tell them that nickname they call you. Oh, some folks have started calling me, Cemetary Mary. 'Cause I'm, like, always there. And Mary is my name. Oh, that's you? I heard that name before. I just didn't expect Cemetery Mary to be all punny and polite. Oh? Yeah, I thought it was like some kind of urban legend, you know? No, we thought it was a ghost in the cemetery. Like, beware of there at the Cemetery Mary. She creeps amongst the graves of her victims, and you could be next. Oh no, I'd never. Now that I'm thinking about it, Cemetery Mary. I like it. Sounds like a band to me. It kinda does, though. Mind if I use it? Oh, you're in a band? Heh, nah. The only people I'd have to start a band with are these two shucklefucks. And the only thing they know how to play is with my temper. Hey, don't say that, man. Yeah, you love us. Love is a strong word. Oh, don't be fucking rude. Zappara hit Theodore with the ends of her sleeve. He laughed. Croven laughed. I laughed too. I found it a lot easier to join in on their conversations. At least, easier than it was before. And I was kinda glad I had decided to return to the table. I still was a bit uneasy, of course. I did just meet them after all, and they were all way closer with each other than me. But I felt like maybe, after a lot of time, they could grow to be some of my friends too. I would really like that. I just wish they didn't say that stuff before. That's all. As the night went on, Croven had downed quite a few drinks. He was hopelessly drunk, flopped over the table, and only able to giggle to himself. He never used to be this bad when it came to drinking. I picked him off the table and told his friends I ought to get him home. They didn't protest in the slightest. I wished them a good night, slumped Croven under my shoulder, and headed to the exit. I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to get Croven out without the bouncer noticing. But to my surprise, when I opened the door, no one was out there. I was confused, but I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. I hurried along as fast as I could, and with Crow on top of me and all. We then waited together at the bus stop for the next bus to come so that we could get home. It was hard for me to tell if Croven had passed out or not while we were waiting, but he got up when the bus arrived. I still carried him though, just in case he tripped over himself. And we got on the bus together. The bus ride was long and tiring. Croven leaning over me, his breath reeking of overpriced alcohol. It was even harder getting off the bus. I still carried him because I knew he needed me. Mary. Yes? Are you okay? Mary. He hiccuped. I never liked seeing him like this, but at least I knew that when he was with me, he was safe. Yes, Croven? I love you. I love you too. And I really do. And I've always loved Croven. He was like family, and the first friend I had ever made. The only friend I have ever made. Hearing him say he loved me was something he seldom did as the years passed on. So hearing him say it right now, well, I wish I could say it made me feel very happy. It did make me feel a little happy, but I wish it was something I could hear him say when he was sober, too. I carried Crowan back up to his room and laid him on top of his bed. I think he passed out the minute he hit the pillow. Damn, then he holds out longer than I do. I just randomly pass out and then wake up with like blankets and a pillow. I kissed his forehead goodnight and headed to my own room. I wish I could have slept as easy as he did. But I had more things to take care of first. Are you there? I have a question for you. Yes? What do you do all day? I can't answer that. Why not? You definitely don't just sit on the phone all day. Well, of course I don't. Then what do you do? I can't tell you. Is it because you're scared? Don't be silly. Of course I'm scared. It's like, he's like, of course I'm scared. I'm really wondering who this is. Like, mystery, we have not had like a single clue about who mystery number is in any of the paths so far. Really? I have every reason to be. Maybe even more reasons than you do. If you can believe that. You still haven't answered me though. What is it that you do? I look out for you. Good night, Mary. It's been a few days since that night. When Croven got up in the morning after it... I messed the fuck out of that sentence. When Croven got up in the morning after it, he had a humongous hangover. And he was stuck home with me because, well... there was no way I was letting him out when he seemed so sick. I reminded him not to drink so much. It wasn't healthy for him. He didn't really seem to care, though. Twyla has been texting me, too. I haven't really seen her in person since seeing her at the club, but she texts me often. Sometimes we'll agree to meet up somewhere, but something always seems to get in the way, so we haven't been able to just yet. I feel bad, though. She texts me updates a lot of things she's wondering about. Weapons, methods, potential victims. But I oftentimes don't know what to say in return or ever really have anything to show her. I've been wondering if I should start investigating on my own as not to let her down. But she seems so confident in what she's doing. I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't even know how I would start anyways. So for now, I've just been staying home. It's been raining a lot too, so it's not the most apt time to be outside anyways. But even though I haven't left the house in a while, I've been able to stay entertained. I started reading the book Croven had shown me had one in the crane machine. When I saw the title How to Talk to Ghosts, I figured it was, well, figurative. I thought it would be some spooky story with a clever title, but to my surprise, it was written as more of an instructional guide. It was a very interesting read. And I'm curious as to how they got all this information anyways. As previously mentioned, ghosts exist on a different plane of existence. That much is obvious. Yet they can communicate with us despite their beings existing on a separate layer from ours. We see time and time again their attempts to reach us. Perhaps it is because they are angry. Perhaps it is because they are lonely. Does each ghost exist on their own, or do spirits share a realm with one another, expanding and everlasting? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is it they're only purgatory, stretching for miles beyond what we can comprehend. These are questions I cannot yet answer, for if I would, I wouldn't be here writing this right now, would I? But there is a question I haven't been able to answer. Since ghosts can make contact with us, I often wonder, could we contact them? Sure, you've heard of psychics and mediums and whatnot, but that is only half of what I'm talking about. Being born with the innate ability is a factor, of course, but I wanted to delve deeper than that. Despite where they may exist, they can clearly affect things in our realm. They can reach us, and like one-way glass, I know they can see us. But what if we could see them? It is not enough to hear them. I want to see them, to travel to where they are. I believe that when you die, perhaps your soul can become unrestricted. But what if we could accomplish the opposite? What if a living being with the ability to unrestrict itself before death, or had the ability to unrestrict itself before death? Perhaps it sounds like, oh, my phone is ringing. Hello? Yo! Where are you? Huh? What do you mean? I'm at home. What? What? Well, that's lame. I thought you'd be out by the cemetery by now. Yeah, it's kind of your thing, right? Well, I mean, it's raining? No? Nah, just a little cloudy out. Besides, I was gonna be heading there, so I thought I'd meet up with you or something. Then we could, like, get lunch or dinner or whatever later. I don't know. Does that sound good to you? Oh, well, I can leave now if you'd like. Yeah, come on. I should be there by the time you get here. So, don't keep me waiting long. I can't do, like, that graveliness and, like, talk at the same time without, like, just constantly fluctuating. It's so weird. Well, it looks like I wouldn't be stuck at home all day after all. I put down my books and made sure the fire was completely out before the meeting with Croven. I felt so surprised, but it was nice to see that he wanted to spend more time with me. I hope that this would continue. And when my parents come back, maybe everything will start feeling a bit more normal again. I hopped off the bus, arriving in town again. It was very cloudy, but the air didn't feel moist at all. Maybe the rainy weather would finally take a break. Maybe. I made my way over to the cemetery once again. I hope that I didn't keep Croven waiting too long, but I was a bit surprised when I arrived. Hey, you made it. You made it. I don't know to go with like a more casual, like normal thing, or go more like this. Hey, you made it. Mars? Oh, yes, I'm here. Croven's other friends are here too. Why were we waiting for her again? We already know how to get to where we want. Hey, chill out. Mary loves this place. I figured if we were gonna be here anyways, we might as well invite her. Well, we're all here. Let's go. We all stepped through the cemetery gates. Theodore and Zapra kinda walked ahead, and I pulled Croven to the side and had him walk a bit behind with me. Huh? Something wrong? I'm sorry, Croven. But when you invited me to hang out, I thought it was just going to be the two of us. Oh, I see. But this is still cool, right? I mean, you like them, don't you? What, seriously? I don't know. Ah, come on, Mars, they're not that bad. Do they even like me that much? Yeah, sure they do. Is this about their Scary Mary comment? Yes. Yeah. I thought so too. But hey, they're not like that. Soft and wet? What are you, Yuki? What are you talking about? What is soft and wet? And it better not be anything dirty-minded. You weirdo. I'm back. Song? Soft and wet is a song? I didn't know that. Is it like a rock one? Or like what? Like what kind of song is it? It's only been like a little over an hour. My goodness. I forget sometimes I like... You don't know? Well, then why bring it up if you don't know? Why bring it up if you don't know? So you cannot simply bring up a song and then not know what the hell you're talking about. Cause it cool? It is cool. You're cool. And I'm cool. We're all cool. The weather's cool. Except when it's not. Promise. You just met him with the wrong environment, that's all. It'll be fine. Alright. We started... Damn, I'm messing up already. Come on, throat. We started to walk closer to the other two again. I know the cemetery like the back of my own hand, but I wasn't sure exactly where we were going. Or rather, I didn't know where they were going. So, do you guys come here often? I spend a lot of time here and all. But I can't say I remember seeing you guys here before. Nah, not really. It's not quite our vibe, but it's good for a few things every now and again. Oh. Are we here to visit someone then? Ha! As if you'd never catch me here looking like some overly watered pansy. Even when I'm dead. Oh. Then, why are we here? Ah, there it is. I watched as Theodore approached one of the old trees near a usually forgotten corner of the cemetery. There's not a lot of graves here, at least not yet. And this tree doesn't provide much shade compared to the others. I watched as Theodore stuck his hand into a hole into the tree. I always figured that squirrels and birds lived in those, so I never went out of my way to bother them. But when I saw what Theodore pulled out, I was very upset, to say the least. What is that? What's in there? What's this? What's this? It's just the good stuff. Or, well, glad stuff if you want to get technical. Croissant? Why would anyone hide a croissant in a tree? We just needed somewhere to hide it that wasn't our home for a while. You know how cops and dumbass landlords can be, right? So you just hid it here? How dare you? What's the problem? Not like anyone ever comes here anyways. I do. You can't just hide this junk here. Especially junk like that. What do you think this place is? This isn't just some park or stretch of woods. This is a cemetery. Our girl is pissed. That doesn't belong here. I'm just gonna go with what that doesn't belong here. You just couldn't find some other place to hide it? Is that it? If I'd have known this was here, I never would have let it stay. How could you even think to do something so disrespectful? This is someone's special final resting place. How dare you try and taint it? Disrespect it. Treat it this way. Yo, Mars. Maybe you want to chill the fuck out a little bit? It isn't that big of a deal. How can you say that? How would you feel if someone came into your home and just started wrecking everything? I bet you didn't even think to learn a single name in here. I can't believe you even think something like this is okay. I won't stand for it. Whoa, hey! Pause off! No! You don't deserve to even have this, using this place as your hiding ground. We're gonna leave with it anyways. Not soon enough. It shouldn't even be here to begin with. You shouldn't even have this kind of stuff in the first place. It's good for nothing anyways. Let go. Let go already. Oh. I don't know what happened next. I think I must have just pulled too hard. But I was suddenly thrust backwards. And then the next thing I knew, everything was dark. And then, in that darkness, I heard giggling. Oh, goodness. And my ears began to adjust to the light, and I found myself somewhere quite strange. Who the fuck is this? Oh, literally just a child. My bad, G. I did not mean to swear. Ah! What? Hiya! Hello? Where am I? You're on my boat! I've already got dibs on being captain, by the way. Guess you're going on this adventure with me. Huh? Where are we going? I don't know. That's what makes it an adventure. Oh, it sounds fun, but I was just with my friends, wasn't I? I was so confused. Where was I? And who's this girl? And are my eyes okay? Yeah, but we're friends too, right? Are we? I'm sorry. I can't say I remember you. Yeah, you do. Come on. Just because I'm a kid doesn't mean I'm stupid. She looks so cute, by the way. I love her little dress and the twin tails. It's so cute. Want to pat her head. You're always here. I am? Am I? Yeah. You come by to give me flowers like all the time. Huh? Oh, thanks by the way. I think it's kinda overdue. Thanks? For the flowers, dummy! Mama always taught me to say please and thank you, especially when someone does something nice for you. And I think he'd want me to say thanks too. So, maybe... Could I please have a teddy bear next time? Huh? The flowers are pretty and all, but I really, really, really want a new teddy bear. And I think you choose a really great one, especially if you're tasting flowers and stuff. So, pretty please, with a sherry on top and everything. Wait, I'm sorry, please slow down. I'm still a little confused. How did I get here? Who are you? Oh, I can answer that one. I'm Sunny. Some people started calling me Sunshine, though. Where is... Wait. Sunny? A sunny day? Yeah. But Sunny is... Oh, right. I'm Mary, by the way. It's nice to meet you. So... That teddy bear? Oh, yes. Yes, I can bring you one. I'll add it to my shopping list so I can bring it next time I come around. But in order to do that, I have to find my friends again. Maybe we'll find them on our adventure. Yes, maybe, but... Am I dreaming? I must be dreaming, right? But this... It doesn't feel like a dream. And Sunny... What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just... trying to make sense of it all. Okay. But take it easy. You'll give yourself a headache if you think too hard. Yes, I suppose I might. Do you hear that? Hear what? Mary! Huh? Oh, thank fuck. Mary, are you okay? Yeah, Oh, no? My head. What happened? You fell on one of the headstones. Then you were out cold. Scared the shit out of me. I was going to bring you to the hospital or something if you didn't wake up soon. Oh. What about your friends? They left. Don't worry about it. Oh. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. I said don't worry about it. We won't hang out here anymore, okay? So just drop it. I promised you lunch, didn't I? Let's go. Croven helped me stand up, and once it was confirmed that I could stand without a problem, he began to make his way to the exit. But I had to check something first. I looked over to the headstone that I had supposedly knocked myself out on. The name engraved on it. Sunny. What was what I had just experienced really a dream? But of all the dreams I could have had, I thought back to the book I read, How to Talk to Ghosts. Maybe, just maybe, I'd have to try and see it again for myself. But maybe it really was. Mary, come on. I'm coming. You know, Yuki, with your last message just there, just the word croissant, it makes me want one now. I know you said that minutes ago, but now, I kind of want some bread. And we have bread, but it's like normal bread, not a croissant bread. I hurriedly made my way to Croven's side, and we quietly went to lunch that day. Neither of us really said much. I felt bad. I knew Croven and I didn't grow up completely the same, but I had no idea that the kinds of friends he made were people like this either. Did he always hang around people who acted like this? I didn't know how to feel. The Croven that I saw around these people isn't the Croven I'm used to. Who's the Croven I know? Well, Mary, people kind of switch up their, their attitudes around different people. That's kind of how groups of people works. You act different around your friends, you act different around your boss, you act different around your parents, you act a little different around your siblings, and all that good stuff. Is he just a ghost too? No, I shouldn't think like that. I didn't want to think at all. We kinda went home together after that. I don't know why. It was just like neither one of us wanted to just go on with our day afterwards. So even though we weren't talking, we both went to home together. We stayed in our separate rooms the rest of the day. Just did our own thing. Neither one of us felt like talking about it. Dinner was quiet, and I think the only thing I heard him say that evening was good night as I retired to my room. If only I was really going to bed then. Hello again. You're still here, right? Of course I am. Is everything okay? Yes. On my side, at least. Is everything okay with you? No, it was harder today than normal. Why was that? Things were just stressful, that's all. I don't really want to talk about it with you. I just wanted to be honest in my answer. And I understand. I'm sure you are carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. Please take things easy on yourself. I'm positive that the last thing you need is more stress right now. It's funny you say that, considering you are one of the things that worries me most. I see. I shouldn't worry you more than I have to then. Good night, Mary. A day or two passed since then. Not much happened, but I have been unable to stop thinking about my encounter with Sunny. It was just so bizarre to me. Out of anything I could have dreamt up. Unless, of course, had I really spoken to a ghost that day? Yes. That couldn't have been possible, and yet I thought I thought back to the book I read, but I don't understand. I hadn't done anything special. I didn't recite any chant or practice any written method. Why would I suddenly be... Ugh, sorry about that. I had to like burp and it was in the middle of a sentence, so that just came out weird. Why would I suddenly be able to speak to a ghost? Maybe it was just a weird coincidental dream after all. I had to be sure. I decided to head back down to the cemetery during the morning. Even though I had a general area of where everyone was, I didn't really have any idea who I was really looking for. I think you might be interesting. I decided I sat myself down by the grave, and then I shifted myself into a laying position over the top of it. It felt weird, but I had to know. I hope it feels weird trying to sleep on top of a grave. If it didn't feel weird, I'd be a little worried. I shut my eyes and tried to think of nothing more than sleep, hoping that I could somehow fall asleep soon. And I'm not sure exactly when, but I did. For I woke up to the sound of graceful violin. It happened again. Why would it feel weird? Because you're sleeping on top of where a dead person is? Only separated by a couple feet. That's why it would be weird. Just like with Sunny, I woke up somewhere new. This is a theater, isn't it? It's soaked in shades of green. Corpse, not person. Well, they used to be people, okay? They used to be people. I respect the dead. I'm sorry about that, you know? I'm sorry I respect the dead, unlike you, Yuki. I have never been in a place like this before. It felt like a dream, and yet not quite. It wasn't quite a dream, right? What is this place? Let's listen. Well, I guess we could save and just... This might be one of those situations where we can go through every option anyways. You're sorry they died? Yeah, I'm sorry too. The sound of an elegant violin reverberated throughout the theater. What did I write, Craig? The violinist atop the stage continued to play, despite the fact I was the only one there. But also skill issue? It can't really be much of a skill issue to die. It's an automatic game end. Life is a limited time game. You have limited time. It's kind of like that one Zelda game, except in that one Zelda game you can kind of, time travel a little, so... But it's kind of like that. Most of the time, it's just a one-shot. It's a Minecraft hardcore Let's Play. That's what real life is. Just Minecraft and hardcore mode. It was beautiful to listen to. I felt as if I could sit in one of these chairs and listen for hours. But I know I did not have that kind of time. Still, what a shame to cut off such a performance so early. Nuh-uh, skill issue? If you say so. How about I feel? I reached out and touched the chairs. Although I could see that they had a fabric covering, they felt like anything but. The dust did not come off on my hands, and the chairs themselves felt like dollhouse furniture. Plastic-like. Fake. Approached the stage. I walked up to the stage, the musician's image becoming clearer to me as I did. They noticed me approaching, shifting their gaze onto me. They slowly stopped playing their violin. They placed it off to the side, expecting me to join them on the stage. So, I did. I climbed up to the short stairs that led up onto the stage. The echoes creaked loudly in the huge room. The musician then gestured to an extra stool, hiding just behind the curtain. I grabbed it and placed it beside theirs. Lydia Walton? The one and only. It really is you? Well, I don't see who else it would be. I like her eyes. They got a little like a cross in her eyes. Plus sign. We can just be like, you're supposed to be dead, aren't you? Yes. And I am. So it all checks out, does it not? I mean, I guess so, yeah. What brings you here, my dear? Well, sleep, I guess? Sleep? That's a tad silly, don't you think? Silly? You're playing the violin to an empty theater. Oh, it's not empty. You're here, after all. Well, I suppose you have a point. Wait, I'm getting off topic. I wanted to talk to you. We're gonna be asking questions. She's not gonna know the answers to our questions. How is this possible? How should I know? I'm not the dead person expert here. Well, neither am I. Are you sure? You're the one always visiting us, after all. I'd say you're more like us than them, if anything. Me? Visiting? But I've never been here before. Well, maybe once, but that's it. Nonsense. You're always here. I'd even say you're here more often than you aren't. I don't understand. Oh, I'm sure you don't, little flower girl. I suppose all those petals that find their way upon my stage just happen to fall from the sky. I don't follow. Silly, silly, silly. You're always bringing flowers. Do you think we don't receive them? Wait, sorry. Are you telling me when I bring flowers, they wind up here? Seems so. Then I must... I really am talking to a dead person right now. Not very quick, are you, dear? That's alright. Sorry, it's very exciting to be able to It's very exciting to actually talking to you. To be talking to you, I guess. I misread that like 3 different times. Yes, I used to get that a lot. Although normally in a different context. Wow, this is so... Wait. I'm a bit confused, though. Lydian, you... Yes? Well, it's just that... According to your tombstone and all... Yes, what about it? Well, if it's correct... You're old! I like how that's one of our options. You're old! No, we're gonna be nice to dead people. He shouldn't be this young. You look like you could be my age. But how could that be? You died when you were in your 70s. It's true. Then, well... I guess I'm just having trouble understanding. Because you seem... Well, you look very good for your age. Very funny. But no. It's true that I died in my 70s. I just like my looks better when I was younger. Can you blame me? I believe this was my prime. Wait, so you're telling me that... Mary? And once again, I was ripped out of this strange world by a very familiar voice. Mars, what are you doing? You okay? Crofin moved out of the way as I stood up on my own 2 feet, brushing the dirt off myself. Question mark? Hello? Hi? No offense, but... Fuck were you doing? We have beds at home, you know. You don't have to sleep on the ground. You're not going narcoleptic on me, are you? No, it's nothing like that. I did it on purpose, actually. Why? I, well, it's like, I don't know how else to say it, but I, I think, yeah, I think I can talk to ghosts. Don't laugh. I'm being serious. Yeah, no, I believe you. So, did Jasper the Friendly Ghost invite you over for tea, or... Croven, I I really am being serious. I swear I'm not lying. If I can prove it that... Hey, Kay, come on. You don't gotta get like that. If you're serious, then I believe you. But, sleeping outside is kinda... a little fucking dangerous, yeah? So maybe, like, don't that? Especially all by yourself. Ah, right. Well... Yo, Croven! Croven and I turned our heads to look towards the cemetery gates. Theodore and Zepara were on the other side. Theodore was waving over to us, a hand high in the air. Zepara had her hands gripped tightly around the bars of the gate. She was bouncing up and down as if trying to get Croven's attention. As if we couldn't already see them. Croven turned around and walked over to the gate to talk to them, but they still didn't step inside. I guess they were warded off by Mary's very, like, you know, her morals, I guess. I don't know how to say it. She was very much aggressive towards them that one time, so I wouldn't blame them. I'd be pretty scared to walk into a place a woman got very mad at me for walking into if I were them too. Or maybe that's just because I'm scared of women. I don't know. I followed them. I followed behind. I almost swallowed my own spit again. I mean, not swallowed. Breathed in. It went down the wrong pipe. At a distance. Well. Look who finally decided to show up. Us? What about yourself? I'm always where I'm supposed to be. What you doing here anyways? Thought we weren't allowed in here anymore. Yeah. But I saw Mars asleep in here and had to wake her up. Asleep? She's a fucking narcoleptic or something? Nah. At least, pretty sure she's not. She just thinks she can talk to ghosts, that's all. You're kidding. Hey, don't laugh so loud. Can she sew us then? Now I wanna see. I don't know. Well, let's see. Yo, Mars! Croven called out to me. You wanna show the boys what you can do? Huh? Show us you can talk to ghosts. We were gonna go to a haunted place anyways. Haunted? Yeah. We were just gonna dick around, maybe pick a Ouija board on the way here. There. But if he can talk to ghosts, then that's just as good, right? You know what? We may as well come in. What else are we gonna do? Come with, I mean. Sure, I'll come. I'll come with y'all. Really? Yeah. Maybe it'll be fun. Whoop whoop! Come on, let's go! I followed Croven and his friends out of the cemetery. I wasn't even sure where we were going, but I felt as though I couldn't decline their invitation, especially since things didn't end great with us last time, and I didn't want to leave a bad impression. But it was fine. I was sure that if I just stayed close to Croven, it'd probably be okay. It might be not a good idea, but fuck it. We ball. I followed close behind as they walked, talking amongst themselves. I wasn't really tuned into their conversation, too busy caught up with my own thoughts. And then, after walking a while, we entered a much different part of the city. This area of the city was more suburban than anything else. There were actually, well, houses. The kind of lawn with lawns and stuff, and not just apartments. They weren't anything too special, just standard houses. I guess a house is worth it if you really value your privacy, but these areas of town always felt so out of place. And since they were only houses here, no shops or anything like that, I felt like a trespasser entering this neighborhood. Even if all we were doing was walking around, like I said I would, I stayed close to Croven, and I made note of the house they were approaching, and then stepped in front of it, or stopped in front of it. Here it is. This house. It was a bit bigger and nicer than the others on this road. Had it not been for the state of despair that it was in, you could see the cracks in the windows all the way from the sidewalk. Not to mention all the tall, unruly grass that probably hadn't been cut in ages. It looked like there was probably some sort of gate or fence at one point, but not anymore. There was nothing stopping us from waltzing right on up to the front of the door. This house is haunted? Well, just look at it. Did someone die here? That's, the question we gotta ask. What? I mean, oh, save. No, not quick save. Save. There we go. I pressed the load. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Yours truly has returned. Alright, time to continue how this story goes. At least this path of the story. And then I've got... sorry, my head got itchy. I had to scratch it there. What were we gonna... I think I was gonna choose... Did I save? I saved, right? Okay, I saved. Good. Good. Did someone die here? Hell if I know. Then, how can you be so sure it's haunted? My voice kind of like cracked at the end there. Wouldn't being haunted imply that there's a ghost here? Come on, no bickering, you're wasting time. Let's just go in already. We walked up to the front door. Croven was able to open it with no resistance at all. As soon as the door... I forgot I had a voice even while reading the other stuff. As soon as as the door was opened, an awful stench flooded out from the inside of the house. How long has this place been abandoned for? We stepped into the house and through an archway which led us into what looked like a living room. It was in shambles, to say the least. I coughed after a few steps inside. There's probably fucking mold in this place. It felt hard to breathe, as if there was too much dirt in the air to really breathe properly. Oh, there's definitely spores in here. It was very gross. Yuck. Didn't realize how fucking moist this air would be. Haven't you been here before? Kinda. Doesn't matter. We're here, so... Go on. Do your thing. Oh, what? The ghost thing? Duh. That's kind of what we're all here for. What she means is that we'd like to see you talk to ghosts, like you claim to be able to. Oh, right, well... I mean, it isn't that easy. So far, I've only been able to do it when I'm asleep. And, well, you just woke me up a little while ago. Ah, come on, I'm sure you can do it. You have to at least try. We didn't drag you all the way out here for nothing. But we don't even know if this place is even haunted. What if it's just a waste to begin with? Well, then, there's only one way to check that then, isn't there? Still, like I said, I just woke up, you know? I know I'm usually pretty good at, like, just falling asleep wherever. But I don't know if I can fall back asleep this quickly after waking up. Croven can sing you a lullaby. Fuck no. You can do it. Aw, come on. Aw, Crow, you know my singing voice isn't as angelic as yours. Mars, will you be able to fall asleep if I sang you a lullaby? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Crowboy's gonna sing for us, haha. Fuck you, it's not for you. Croven seemed embarrassed. Lay down on the couch. I'll try singing for you. They're really doing this, huh? I have to... Oh, I'll be right back. Never mind, I thought somebody was knocking on my door. Turns out it's just noises. Just noises. For no reason, other than just to be there. Let me just put my headphones back on and drink some liquid that is necessary. Delicioso. I did what he asked of me. Everyone is already here, and I didn't want to let anyone down. Besides, it couldn't hurt to try, right? I laid back down on the old couch and closed my eyes, hoping that it wouldn't break, that I that it wouldn't break beneath my weight. I heard Cloven's friends begin to giggle amongst themselves as Cloven cleared his throat, ready himself to sing to me. I must admit, I almost giggled myself when I heard him start to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb. Although I'm not sure I would describe his voice as angelic, it was actually pretty nice to listen to. The only songs he usually sings along to are loud punk ones, so it was a nice change of pace. And despite how dank the air was and how itchy the sofa felt, I actually did end up finding myself drifting off to sleep. Suddenly, I was awake, and I was in the bathroom of the old house. Did it work? Was I in the same realm as the ghost again? Then maybe this house was really haunted after all. Hello? I called out into the house. No response. I guess I'd better look around then. I got up from out of the tub and, careful not to slip on my way out, I exited the bathroom and into the hallway. What the fuck? What am I reading? Why am I misreading the hell out of hallway? Looking down it, this house seemed a lot bigger than on the inside, even though it seemed big enough on the outside already. I hoped I wouldn't get lost as I started to look around. The hallways were long and almost a bit disorientating. I had no idea what floor I was on, or where the staircase was, or any idea on how to get back to the entrance. But if I was here right now, surely there was someone's ghost that I could talk with, right? I'll find my way around. But where should I look for them? No clue. Down the the door with crystal knob. Broken window, cracked door. I approached a door with a large crack across the front. I went to reach for the knob. Huh? There is none. Looks like it had fallen off some time ago. I tried to push the door open, but it wouldn't budge. I leaned over and peered into the hole where the knob should be. Nothing. Or rather, it's too dark to see anything. Oh well. Ajar door. I looked towards the door at the end of the hall. It was slightly ajar. I walked over to it and opened it all the way. I looked inside the room. There was a bookshelf with hardly any books, and a worn-down cozy chair to sit and read them in. But no ghost. I closed the door all the way this time and I left it alone. Broken door? I noticed there was a door that had been broken off its hinges. It was placed precariously in front of the doorway it belonged to, so it still covered it, but wouldn't topple over. I walked over to it and grabbed the door with both my hands. I lifted it up and then gently brought it to the side. I peered into the now open doorway. Little light from the windows leaked through, but it was enough to see with. There was an old metal frame, single bed on one end of the room and an old desk on the other. Other than that, there wasn't much else. There was no ghost either. I placed the door back in front of the doorway, and the way I had found it. I guess the door with the crystal knob. I approached the door that had a crystal knob on it. None of the other doors I had passed had something like this. It must have led to a special room. I grabbed the knob of the door. The crystal felt cold in my hand. I turned the knob, but the door wouldn't open. I tried again, but it still would not open. I decided to just give up on it. I did not want to force it open. Besides, if it was locked, that probably meant I wasn't supposed to be in there anyways. I guess the window. I looked out the window to try to get a better gathering of where I was. Besides, it was probable that the ghost would be standing outside too. Maybe in a garden or something? I wiped off the dust of the window, coughing a bit as it came off and into the air. I cupped my hands to the glass and peered outside. It was still pretty hard to see much, and it appeared as if I was at least on the second floor of the house. I didn't see anybody outside though. Ghosty, where are you? I guess there's no ghosts here. I kept looking, but the place seemed completely empty. What was I going to do? Surely I'd be waking up soon. And when I did, I'm sure the others would be expecting to hear about what I found. Should I just make up a story of a ghost I met here? I mean, they wouldn't know the difference if I did, right? It seemed like that'd be my only option until... Footsteps. There was someone here after all. I heard them run away from my direction. Wait, come back! I followed after them. The direction they ran to, it led me to a door. When I opened it, there was a staircase behind it, leading upwards into what looked like an attic door. Climb. Well, there's only one thing to do here. I climbed up the stairs and opened the attic's sole door. Upon reaching the top, I was confronted with another open doorway. Light was leaking through it. Was there a window up here? I walked closer, turned the corner, and then... Oh, somebody's just hanging out. Take them down. I have to. Whoever you are. I took a step forward and reached my hands up to... Boo! I stumbled backwards and fell into the floor. Onto the floor. Haha! Dude! That was so fucking funny. Oh my god. You should see the look on your face right now. You got... I knew that shadow looked different. We got you so good, dude. Whoa. And I started to sob. Bawl. Quite loudly. And embarrassingly. Zapara tried to talk to me, but I was too wrapped up in my own tears. I heard the heavy thumps of a faint "Hey, what's going on?" from Croven and Theodore found their way up to the attic to meet us. When they saw me, both of them seemed shocked and upset, and quickly diverted their attention to Zapara. Hey, what the fuck happened? The hell did you do to her, Zapara? It wasn't even anything. I just pretended to hang from the noose. Then gave her a little spook when she got close. She's the one making a big deal out of it. Dude, what the fuck? Not cool, dude. That wasn't the prank we agreed upon, asshole. You think you can just do whatever the fuck you want? Yeah, I do. Because I can. This shit's fucking stupid. I didn't do anything that bad. Bullshit, you didn't do anything that bad. You're fucking too fucking far, Zap. Whatever. Do you want me to say I'm sorry? Is that what you... Leave me alone. Mary, wait. And Mary's gone. I fucked up that Mary, wait. Mary, wait. Maybe I should just stick to this. This is kinda... This is better than having to fuck it up all the time. I ran out of the attic. In fact, I ran all the way out of the house. And kept running down the street until I got back to the more familiar area of the city. So I guess at the end of the day, nobody died here. Tears blurred my vision, but I kept running. I think I was just being fueled by my emotions at this point. I didn't want to think of any of them. Enough is enough. I tried so hard to be nice, to be polite, to be their friend. But it was clear to me now that can never happen. I can never be friends with people like this. People like... And to think Croven continues to be friends with them. It's no wonder he's been so mean to me lately. And as it, all this was going on in my head, I still kept running. And running and running and running. Until I bumped into somebody. Oh. Whoa, is everything alright? That voice. Reginald? Are you okay? Huh? Oh, sorry, I'll get out of your way. Well, wait just a minute now. You seem awfully worked up. What happened? No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Not worry? Look at you. You're a mess. Sorry. That probably wasn't the right word of choice, but you're clearly very distressed. Do you want to talk about it? No, it's fine. I'll just go home. Mary. Would you come with me? Huh? Why? Well, I was actually on my way to a little place that calms me down. But I think you could use the trip there too. Oh no, that's okay. Please, you really don't have to worry. I'll be fine. I would feel a lot better if you came with me. You like how this guy looks? Well, this guy killed us in his run when I was just sticking with him throughout the whole thing. So there's a reason he's very nice to us despite us not having really done anything with him in this run. And he only killed us because we were looking for Twyla when Twyla, you know, got herself into trouble. Cutesy. He's very nice, but I still don't know why. That's the thing. He's very nice to us in like all the runs, even when we don't hang out with him or anything. He's very polite and you know, he's like, oh, well, I would feel better if, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, what do you expect? Killers that look crazy? I don't know. All I'm saying is that I'm confused as to why he's particularly, like, nice to Mary. Because usually, you know, killers try to be suave, right? They try to do the charming, let's, you know, go on a date type of thing. But this guy is, like, just being very nice. It's like a decent fucking human being, I guess. A lot of killers are polite. They don't just go around screaming at people. Listen, like I said, there's a difference between the charming types that go around and kill women and this, whatever this fucking thing is. Because last time, he didn't even want us to discover that he was trying to kill somebody else. We just so happened to, like, see him in the act, I guess. What did we even see him? I think we were just in the same place and he was trying to tell us to get out of the place. Like, get out of, we were just like running around looking for Twyla. And he's just like, get out of here. You know, it's late at night. You shouldn't be here. So I don't even know if he wanted to kill us. I got no fucking clue. Please? Alright, I'll come with. Reginald gave me a soft smile after I said it. Thank you. I very much appreciate the company. Come, follow me. Even though he said follow me, Reginald grabbed me by the wrist and began to guide me down the sidewalk. Because not all killers charm to kill. Most of them that kill women specifically charm to kill. I was a bit confused on the direction we were going, though. It's this way? I didn't think there was much of anything on this road. Well, it's a bit of a secret. But that's part of what I like about it. If it gets too popular, then that'd ruin the very peaceful atmosphere they have. That's discrimination? I can discriminate against killers. I think that's fair. that's killers are still people, certainly. But, you know, they're killers, so they committed a crime. They have given up the right to live, as far as I'm concerned. When you kill, your life is, you know, now up for the taking. That's how killing things work. That's how the game works. You kill stuff, you're opting to be killed as well. We just decide not to most of the time and just lock you up. Why would you discriminate against people? Excuse me, I discriminate against bad people? There's a difference. I think it's better if less people know. But I think I can trust you not to tell anyone about it. Oh, alright. I kept walking with him, and eventually we reached a more desolate area of the city. There was no one walking the streets, and of the windows of the buildings were started to pass were all dark. No one had any of their lights on. There were no cars on the street either. It was strangely barren around here. Say, what street are we going on again? Are you sure we're going in the right direction? Wait. If he didn't kill but would, is he a killer? Has he killed before is the question, because if he has before, then yes, he's a killer. If he's thinking about killing you, but he doesn't kill you, that just makes him very mentally, like, abnormal. Assuming the thoughts were genuine and he was, if he had like a step 1, step 2, step 3 program in his mind, then yeah, just be wary. Not a killer at that point, but very careful to, you can't let him know your next move. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You gotta mess with the plans. Yes, no need to worry. We're almost there. Okay. Then, at a certain point, Reginald stopped walking. He looked down into a dark alley. Oh, we're gonna die. And then walked into it. Well, aren't you coming? I felt pretty weird about walking down into an alley with no one around on a street I'm unfamiliar with. But he was waiting there for me. Oh boy, are we gonna follow good old Reginald, or are we gonna walk away like a normal person would? I mean, at this point, I think he can even outrun us. He's tall, he's a guy, Mary's a woman. I don't think even if we ran, we'd have a chance. Another stretch. God damn. Barbecue sauce all over my titties. That's an old vine. Don't know if anyone even remembers that. Your point is, killers don't just kill nice people. They kill people they don't like. Well, it is what it is. Now, do we go in or do we just walk away? I'll leave this choice to you, Yuki. You pick whether we go in or we go out. Her fate is in your hands. If they kill nice people, that's a kink thing. Follow him in. Okay, he said follow him. I'll follow him. I'm not gonna comment on on killing nice people being a kink. Sure, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I took a deep breath and followed him down the alley. He was standing next to a door that I only really noticed because of its golden handle. He raised a finger to his lips as if to say shh, and then opened the door. Oh my! It was a coffee place. And it was adorable. Pretty string lights were hanging from the walls of the end ceiling. And calm music played throughout. There were decorations of intricate tapestries and an addition of some rugs to soften the hard concrete floor. There were very few people, and they hardly made any noise as they spoke. As if they were in a library and were trying not to disturb anybody else. Not to mention the aroma. Even if I don't like coffee, I can't deny how pleasant the smell is. All of this together, it felt magical. See? I told you it was nice. This place seems so delightful. However did you discover it? That's a secret. But maybe I'll tell you one day. We stepped further into the building, Reginald closing the door behind us. Then I followed him into the corner, or a counter. To the counter, not into the corner, what? And he asked what I liked. Oh, don't worry, I can pay for myself. No, please. I insist. He insists. Consider it a thank you for accompanying me. Are you really sure? Positive. Reginald ordered himself a coffee and I asked for hot chocolate for myself. I felt a little silly ordering it, but the barista didn't seem to care at all, even when I asked for marshmallows. After we got our drinks, Reginald and I plopped down on an empty couch in the building. This, definitely was not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting, I had half the inkling that Reginald wasn't gonna kill us because of just, in general, his vibe with... Because throughout his route, he has had so many times to kill us, despite the fact that I know he's a kind of murderer. I don't know if he's the murderer Twyla is looking for, but he's definitely a murderer. It's weird. This just confuses me. I feel like in every route I've played so far, I'm given clues that I have no idea what to do with. Like, what do any of the clues I have in my mind even mean in this fucking game? It confounds me. And I don't know if that means this is good storytelling or if it's bad storytelling. You got a styrofoam cup? If he had so many opportunities, that just proves your point? Maybe. But like an old guy died at a home place, at a what do you call it? An old person's home, and he was pretty chill, the old guy, and he was poisoned to death. So, like, I don't know. You know what else this guy is? This guy makes, he works on making the thing that people lie inside of. I don't know why caskets, that's the term, the name, caskets. He makes caskets. So, I don't know, maybe he's just trying to, like, keep his business alive? Like, I have no clue. You got a styrofoam cup? Paper, actually. And no worries, it's recyclable. Coffins. Yes, coffins. But they also call them caskets, I think. I think the mugs they offer here are cute and better for the environment. But, well, how do I put it? I'm just particular about using the same things as other people, that's all. He's particular about using the same things as other people. You would love to make coffins, but they are now usually being made at factories? I mean, you can make a niche little business out of that, I guess, technically. Like, you make handmade coffins. I'm certain there's people who look for that. There's always people dying, so I'm sure there's somebody that's like, I want a special one. I believe they even allow you to bring your own mug, but that's a little silly, isn't it? To bring a mug from home? Because I would still need to wash it afterwards. And I'd look absolutely absurd carrying a mug down the sidewalk. You've got a point there. Anyways, are you feeling any better? Oh, who? Me? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing. I think. Thank you again for bringing me here. No need to thank me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But if it's okay to ask about how? I did not read that right. What had gotten you so upset in the first place? Well, I guess it's okay to talk about it. And especially since you wouldn't know these people anyways. Where do I start though? Well, I spend a lot of time with my kinda cousin, and I recently met his other friends. I told Reginald all about what had happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It was like I had to start with one thing. I feel like they're gonna get murdered. Knowing that he's a murderer, and we're telling him about what they did to, us, Mary, and considering that Reginald likes Mary, he's gonna murder him. I'm gonna call it now. He's gonna fucking kill him. But then that led into all other thing. Oh wait, I didn't read the other thing. I told Reginald all about what happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It was like I had to start with one thing, but then that led into all the other things too. I told him about how intimidating they were when I met them, and about how they disrespected the cemetery, and about the incident that happened with them just today. Already I was trying to block it from my memory, And Reginald listened, nodding along as I talked. It felt nice to have someone listen to me. And then I ran into you on the sidewalk. Now we're here, I guess. Sorry for going on like that. I just wasn't sure where to begin. You will stop telling your point of view? Oh boy. Or end. Why are you apologizing? I'm actually very happy you told me. It's not good to always let things weigh on you. You have played this game before, right? Because you did mention the Ghost and Book game, like when I first showed it. At least I'm assuming you did. Because you were definitely not here like the other times I've played. That was before you came along. You know, Mary, I must admit, I'm not all a violent person. But oh, how I wish I could teach those adults a lesson right now. Where did they get off thinking that kind of behavior is alright? You haven't? Okay. No, it's okay. I won't hang around them anymore. But at least I tried, right? That's all you can do in this life. Try. But yes, don't worry about people like that. They clearly can't handle a good thing even when it's right in front of them. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And it means a lot to me too. Just then, I had received a text message. I took out my phone. Kerwin had messaged me. Mary, where'd you go? You're not on the cemetery. At least I don't see you here. I guess we can be like, I don't want to see you right now. That's a very Mary thing to do. I don't want to see you right now. We're hanging out with Kerwin and he's being shill. Actually, I put my phone away without responding to him. Damn it, Mary. Reginald, are you busy? No, not really. I was planning to run a few errands, but it's nothing that needs my immediate attention. Why do you ask? Can I come along? You want to run errands with me? Yeah. I don't really feel like going home. At least, not right now. Well, if you're certain, you're more than welcome to come along. I would more than appreciate the company. Thank you again. I spent the rest of the day helping Reginald with his errands. It wasn't anything too big. We bought some stuff from the hardware store, things he needed for a bit of a DIY car repair. Wrenches, screwdrivers, antifreeze, oils. Antifreeze was the thing used to poison that old guy I mentioned before. But nothing too big to carry. I also helped him pick a few groceries. He was running low on milk and eggs, but he picked up some strawberries too before they got out of season. It wasn't anything too exciting, but it was nice to be able to do something simple with him, and enjoyed completing these simple tasks with someone who wasn't trying to trick me or make me cry. Before we knew it, it started to get dark. I told Reginald I ought to get going. Get home safe then, alright? I promised him I would, and then went to catch the next bus home. Well, at least my day wasn't completely bad. Or at least that's what I thought initially. But once I made it home and opened the door to the cabin, someone was waiting there for me. And he was not happy. About fucking time you got home. Where the hell were you? You didn't answer any of my fucking texts. Of course I didn't. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me? I'm the one who's supposed to be mad here. Do you have any fucking idea what could have happened to you? It can't be any worse than what you and your friends did to me. Ugh. Is this really what this was all about? Get the fuck over it, Mary. None of you even apologized, bro. Like, I can't get over it that easily. I'm gonna be hella aggressive with them. None of you even apologized. Seriously? It's not like I can fucking control every little thing they do. You should know how they are by now. Besides, what they do isn't my fucking fault, so I don't know why the fuck you're getting so fucking mad at me. Because you let them do it. You never say anything. Maybe they'd stop if you didn't keep letting it happen. Hey, don't start turning this back on me. Maybe if you weren't such a sensitive crybaby, we wouldn't be having this problem. I can't believe you'd say that. I can't believe you'd even say something like that to me. Oh, give me a goddamn break. You know, maybe that's why you're so mean to me lately. Huh? Come again? Fuck fuck is that supposed to mean? Hanging around such awful people? No wonder you've become such a bad person. Oh, really now? That's how you feel? All of them is no. It's definitely how I feel. I don't know at what point you stopped. But you definitely aren't a good person anymore. And I don't know who this person is. But the Croven I know would have never been so cruel. The Croven you know? Ain't that rich. Let me tell you something. The Croven you knew died with the fucking Curversons. Died with the fucking Curversons. I guess that's like the family name. Croven! You can't say that! I'm so fucking over this already. If you really hate me that much, why are you even still here? I can't believe this shit. She's not gonna say I didn't mean any of it, I'm sorry. Then maybe I should just leave if that's how you really feel. Maybe you should. And take all your stupid fucking baggage with you. Croven stormed off after that. I went the other way and marched upstairs. I felt like crying all over again. But I think I used up all my tears for the day. I was going to text that number again, but because, well, it's what I always do before I go to bed. But when I opened my phone, I was surprised to see I had a few messages from someone else. It was Twyla. I hadn't really seen her since the night at the club. Hey, Mary. I know it's late, so I don't blame you if you're already in bed. But I'd figured I'd ask you something since it's not overly time sensitive. I'm going to be at the library tomorrow looking for anything I can find that might help with our town's little problem. I figured you could come over and help me research if you're up for it. Yeah, I can come help. I think that's a really great idea. I'll be sure to be there first thing tomorrow. Well, I don't know if I'll be there that early, but I'll be sure to see you there. I had agreed to meet with Twyla. Maybe part of me did it in spite of Croven. But it would be a nice distraction, I think. A distraction from all the bad stuff that happened today. And I don't have to think about it tomorrow. When I got up the next morning, I hurried myself out of the house. I wasn't even sure if Croven was still home, but I wasn't going to stick around long enough to find out. I headed to the library as quickly as I could that morning. This is kind of funny, that in the one path in which we decide to hang out with Croven all the damn time, it gets us to hang out with both Reginald and now Twyla. Even though Twyla's a bitch and who burned down our fucking house and didn't kill us, but did manage to get Croven killed because she kind of sledgehammered him a little bit, and then we had to try and get out of the burning house, the cabin we live in, and, you know, the hole that was there wasn't big enough for him to get out. He's just like, get the fuck out of here. We both aren't gonna make it type of shit. And, you know, that was something. Everybody seems to be kind of a fucking... Like, Croven is the least to worry about because he's not gonna murder us. Reginald might murder us if we uncover anything regarding his escapades. I'm just gonna call him because even then, we barely have any clues about what that's all about, or like I guess any actual straightforward evidence outside of the one ending when we hang out with him all the time. And then there's Twyla's suspicions of him, which are technically correct, assuming he is the big bad that we've been worrying about, I guess. Unless there's another killer somewhere. And we still have no idea who the fuck phone person is. I headed to the library as quickly as I could that morning. And even though Twyla said she wasn't going to be around so early, she was still there when I arrived. There's the fucking, like, this turkey-looking thing up there in the shelf. Funny looking. Twyla? You're already here? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I thought you said you wouldn't be here so early. I don't think it's super early. But that's not the point. You're here to help me with research, yes? Oh, yes, of course. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm gonna need you to fetch some books for me. Twyla handed me a list of books she needed. I worked in the library before, so I know they're here. I just want to pick a few up for starters. Alright, I think I can do that. Yeah, I sure hope so. I took Twyla's list and began to grab the books for her. There's a few psychology books, but also some filled with, like, periodicals? Is that how you describe it? I don't know. But what I did know is that if I kept carrying so many books at once, I'd topple over. It's happened before. And I began to hand them over to Twyla. She seemed very focused as she took the books from me. Sometimes, when I handed her a book, she'd slide one over to me with the pages open. I would close it and go to return it in the proper shelf. It was only after a few books that I realized she was probably anticipating I read the pages she had opened to. Oh well. She's like sliding them over to, that's kind of funny, like expecting Mary to read them too, and it's like she just doesn't. She just goes like, oh, I'll turn it back in, I guess. I just kind of continued fetching her books and shelving them back again absent-mindedly. It just seemed like the best thing for me to do, to be able to help. I doubted I would understand the information as well as she did. I am, well, not the brightest at times. You're distracted. I am? You certainly seem a bit out of it. Is everything alright? Well, I had a fight with a friend last night, and we still haven't made up. I see. Well, that's not going to help us here. Huh? If you want to help, you're going to have to pull yourself together. You know the issues we're dealing with is much more serious than whatever dumb fight you and your friend had, right? I guess. Yeah, sorry. Are you going to be like this the whole time? I don't know. You can leave. Huh? Are you sure? I thought you needed my help. Clearly, you aren't going to be any help to me like this. Oh, don't take it so harshly. I'm doing you a favor, if anything. I'll call you up again next time I need you for something. Just remember not to forget about all this, okay? Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of more help. It's fine. See you later. See you. I left the last of the books on the table for her, and then headed out of the library. I wasn't much help at all, was I? All because I was too busy thinking, dude, what the fuck? Groven? What the fuck are you doing in there with her? Didn't I already tell you to stay away from her? What, did you just, like, not listen? Or not care? You're just trying to piss me off at this point, aren't you? I'm trying to help her with something. Not like it's any of your business in the first place. Huh? Excuse me? That girl is definitely my business. Especially if she's talking to you. What's so bad about her? You can't just tell me to do something and not explain why. Why not? You don't trust me anymore, huh? Huh. I guess it's just as well. Let me tell you this then. Either you stay the fuck away from her, or you stay the fuck away from me. Crovin stomped past me after that. He didn't apologize when his shoulder bumped into mine. He just kept walking. I hoped that wherever he was going, it wasn't home, because that was the only place I wanted to be right now. Even if it seemed like he would prefer I not be there anymore. I want to ask you something. You always do, don't you? Please? Apologies. It wasn't meant to appear sarcastic. Go on. Do either of these questions matter? Guess we'll save here. That's the one thing I don't know, if any of the questions that we have for Mr. Phone Man are of any importance at all. They might be. Who knows? Goodness. Either do you know who I'm with, or are you after people who aren't me? I guess, do you know who I'm with? How do you mean? Like, do you know about the other people connected to me? And if you do, are you coming for them too? Please? Yes. Wait. Yes to which question? I'm sorry. I have to go. Good night, Mary. Bruh. My guess was always that the phone guy is Reginald. But, considering he's so ever caring, quote unquote, days passed, as days often do. The things in the house have been incredibly tense. I can't even recall the last time I physically spoke to Crovin. Maybe it was the day after the library? I don't know. I really don't remember. It's not like I don't see him at all. But when we do see each other, we don't talk. It's really awkward. Sometimes when we find ourselves in the same room, one or both of us will just leave. We don't say good morning or good night. And if I see him on the street, he looks away. I wish things weren't like this. I just really want things to go back to normal. Before... I really want things to be better. He should be the one apologizing to us, alright? That's just how it should be. So I'm saving over this. At this point, because we've been trying to be nice and whatnot. Fuck him. Is that bad? It's just... I feel like I'm always the one apologizing. Am I? Yes, you are. Or am I just saying that because it's what I want to be true? Well, you've definitely made attempts to be friends with his friends, and they were just a-holes. At least, Zap was being an a-hole mostly. Theodore was like, alright. Regardless, I wish I could hear him say it. It would remind me that he cares, because he does care about me, right? I hope so. I sat in the living room for the remainder of the day. At least until dinner time, that is. The fire was on and I was reading, but I knew I would have to start cooking something soon. Then... I heard Crovin come in through the front door. Still not feeling comfortable in being in the same room as him, I got up to move into the next room. When... Huh? Mary. You know I love you, right? Like, even when I'm mad or yelling. I promise I don't mean it. I really, really, really don't mean it. Yeah, I know. I love you too. Are you... okay? No. Theodore died. Oh, Crow. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. What did I say? What did I say about this motherfucker dying? Somebody was gonna die, and I fucking said so. I turned around to hug Croven properly this time. I hadn't asked. I didn't ask him what had happened. He didn't seem to be in the mood to talk about it, and I don't think I was either. I helped him prepare the service. Or perhaps it's more apt to say that I prepared the service because he asked me to. You're so passionate about it, he told me. So I know you'll make sure he has the best one. It was just, I don't know if passionate is the right word. I hoped it was a nice service. I'd like to think it was. I did try my best to pull it all together after all. What are you hell yesing about, Yuki? What are you... Why the hell yes? Did you succeed in, like, killing a guy? I assume you succeeded, because otherwise it'd be a little bit weird for a character to have been killed and you're just like, hell yeah! You know? Did I run out of tea? I can't see. No, I didn't, and it tastes bad because it's hella cold. Stretchy stretch. That was a little weird. I don't know why I kind of moaned out like that. I did try my best to put it all together, after all. I got lots of flowers and a nice spot for him to rest. Croven was responsible for inviting everyone, but everyone wasn't a lot of people. I wasn't sure if it was because no one wanted to attend, or if it was because Theo only had so many friends. I looked around. Zapara wasn't here. Yeah. Ugh. And eventually, everyone began to leave. But again, everyone wasn't all that many people. Before I knew it, it was just me, Croven, and Theo. Wordlessly, Croven sat beside Theo's freshly dug grave. I did the same. Normally, I enjoy funerals. Or perhaps it's better to say, I appreciate them for what they are. But this one was hard to appreciate. I couldn't find a trace of pleasantness in it. Not even a little bit. It just felt sad. Croven? I don't know if he really wants to talk right now, bro. Croven is a big not talker. I think I'll stay quiet. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Alright. Croven, I don't want to upset you, but if it's okay, I want to try talking to him. Mary, this isn't the time for that ridiculous shit. I'm being serious. I promised to you that it works. And I've never been bad on my promises before, have I? Please, just give me a chance. Your internet died? No wonder why you didn't explain why. You just said hell yes. And I was like here like saying hell yes to a guy dying. You know, I assume you beat a boss. That's what I assume. You beat a boss. But welcome back. We're at a funeral right now. Or I guess, you know, the last one's at the funeral. Because Theo is fucking dead as hell. Because it was the cool, cute glasses guy. Okay, he said hell yes because the cute glasses guy died. You didn't like the glasses guy? No? I guess. The glasses guy killed him? Oh, you mean the other guy? Right. I forget that both of that. You meant Reginald. Reginald, not. I'm sorry. Like, I just like glasses to me. I don't know why I mixed glasses with sunglasses because Theo wore sunglasses, and I was like, you didn't like Theo? Theo was like, okay. Theo is mean one. I don't know about Theo. No, the mean one was No, I guess they were both mean. Zapra was just more you know, more mean than Theo. That's for certain. Fine. If you're so insistent, then go ahead. But when you wake up, I want you to tell me something that only Theo would know. Because if he can't, I really don't want to hear about this ever again. You don't care about Theo? Don't know? I garnered that. I saw your ITC. I understand. But I won't let you down. I laid down on top of Theodore's grave. And I could see Crovin wince as I did it. Hopefully it would be over with quickly. And hopefully Theo would be in the mood to talk to me. Let's hope this goes right. I guess call out. Listen, it sounds like faint static. But if I don't focus on it, it's like it disappears. Look around, and it's completely dark. I can't see anything. Take a whiff. It smells like... Ugh. It smells... it's something smoky. Bro, don't tell me he's smoking even in the afterlife. Feel around? I feel like I'm laying on something. But I'm laying down on the ground, right? It feels weird, though. Can't really describe it. Call out, I guess. Hello? Is anyone there? I don't understand. Why can't I see anything? Of all the times for things to start going wrong. Well, maybe it'd help if you took the lampshade off your head. Huh? You're... Why the fuck does she have a lampshade on her head? Imagine just having the power to go into, like, and speak to people in the afterlife, and you just wake, like, you go there and there's just a lampshade on your head. What? You're... Theo! Hey, dollface. Long time no see. Why we're in like a fucking closet? Oh, Theo, I'm so glad that to see you're all right. You sure that's the word you want to use? Well, I suppose you're right. Still, it seems like you're okay. Wherever this is. Where is this? This? This is where me and Zappara live. At least it used to be back when I was alive with you all. Oh. You lived here? Hey now. I know it ain't the prettiest, but it gets the job done. I suppose so. You seem it's just like, yeah, he's pretty like chill with being dead. I guess all of them have been pretty chill about being dead, which I find a little funny. You seem to have a pretty good understanding that you're dead. Seems the most logical conclusion to make. Close your eyes, things go back. Things go black. Then you wake up somewhere completely different. Not really a lot of ways you can go from that. Why wouldn't they be chill about being dead? Because people tend to like being alive. I suppose if you feel like you are alive in the afterlife, then you wouldn't be too panicked about it, but like, most people would at least be asking questions, especially if they just end up in a room, like how we see most people in this game. Like, if I was just stuck, if I died and the place I was stuck in was just some place that I visited once, I'd be kind of pissed off about that. But, you know, maybe if it's just your house, it'd be chill. Would I be able to access the internet if I'm dead? Like, can I just, like, watch YouTube or something endlessly for all eternity? I don't know. That'd be some kind of afterlife. Especially when, like, the chances of you seeing anybody are, like, almost zero, even if there are people that can go into the afterlife to, like, talk to ghosts and stuff. And I guess you can only watch. Maybe. That's true. You can see. Well, kind of. People can put things on your grave. So maybe if somebody plays, like. If somebody develops this, like, a waterproof, infinitely powered computer and it just plays random videos on YouTube, random streams and shit, then I guess I'd be able to see it if they place it on my grave. Because everything else has worked like that, right? Every time. We know that when Mary gives, you know, the grave people flowers, they end up with those flowers in where they are. So, theoretically plausible. Hook me up, bro. Hook me up with with the internet. I gotta know what's going on. Oh, well, you're here. I guess I want to say I'm sorry. Kinda figured the whole ghost talking thing of yours was a bunch of bullshit. But I can admit when I've been proven wrong. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I think I'm more sorry for you in this situation. How did this happen? I think I'm gonna save for real. How did this happen? What? All of this? If I knew exactly, I probably wouldn't be in this situation. Huh. I suppose you have a point. If I had to guess, though, it was probably because I drank too much. Telling you, the cute guy glasses? Yeah, Reginald definitely fucking shanked this man, unless, you know, we get different pieces of evidence. It was probably because I drank too much. Oh? Yeah, you see, it was Crow, Zap, and I, and we were all chilling, right? Having a few drinks, laughs all around. An hour or so passed, and I'm not feeling so well. Like, I had a headache before, but now I'm feeling nauseous on top of it. I tell them I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and I do. Fucking puking up everything I ever ingested, I tell ya. I start coming out the bathroom, and man, do I not feel great. I try to call over to Zap and Crow, but it's like I could barely get my words out. And I figured if I'm gonna be down for the count, I at least don't want to be somewhere lame like in front of the men's bathroom door. So I scramble over to the pool table, interrupted the game of whoever was there, and lie down on top of it. This man said, well, if I'm gonna fucking get knocked out, it's not gonna be in front of the bathroom door. Proceeds to interrupt the pool game and lie down on top of the fucking pool table. And that's kind of funny. Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache. I feel like homeboy got poisoned here. Considering that all we know about this stuff has to do with, like, throwing up weird stuff and poisons. Maybe antifreeze poisoning somehow got into his fucking drink, I don't know. People have tended to die, weirdly enough, from drinking or eating something every damn route. There's at least one person that dies from having either drinking something or eaten something. So it's clearly poison. Next thing I knew, I woke up here. And you knew you were dead? Yeah. I can't explain how, but you just know. Well, didn't Cute Guy poison someone else before? We'd never seen it directly happen. That's the thing. We've never seen it directly happen. We just know that he bought antifreeze, and in the route with Twyla, we went to the nursing home, and there was antifreeze in the kitchen. And we know that Reginald buys antifreeze. Even in this route, we went with him to the grocery store or whatever the hell to buy stuff with him, and one of the things mentioned was antifreeze. So there's a link. That's like the only actual direct link outside of like the end where when you're with him and then you try to save Twyla, you end up coming across him all bloodied and shit, and then he kills you because you caught him in the act of murdering somebody. But that's different. That's like straight up murdering somebody with a pair of scissors. Like, the poisoning stuff, we've not seen who does it directly. The assumption is it's Reginald, but we don't know. You just know. I see. So, how long you staying in here for anyways? No shit, if you were caught, you'd do that too? Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure, actually. I could wake up any minute now that I think about it. Which reminds me, I promised Croven that when I woke up, I'd tell him something that only you would know, as proof that I talked to you. So, do you have anything you can tell me? Yeah, I got a few stories between Crow and I. Pick your poison. The orange juice story, the spiral staircase, sleepover hat story. Bro's just gonna be like, yeah, I'll tell you like a story. That's your evidence. I guess that makes sense. And why is there a fork? Okay, why is there a fork so damn close to the fucking, like, electrical socket? I just noticed that. Like, what the fuck is that doing there? Alright, I guess orange juice story. Maybe. Spiral staircase sounds too funny, but the orange juice story sounds so mundane that it has to be funny. The orange juice story? Oh boy. How do I even start with that one? Well, I mean, I kind of assumed it was like something with like spiked orange juice or something. Oh no. No. Honestly, you'd probably wish. Huh? Okay, so it's like... Have you ever made orange juice come out of someone else's face? Like, what? Okay, so... We're at the beach, summertime, chilling, whatever. Crow decides he's just gonna hang out under the umbrella. That's fine. That's cool. I go play with Zap in the ocean a little bit, come back down to the boardwalk, get myself a soda, yada yada yada. I see Croven. I'm coming up from behind. He's still sitting under the umbrella. I decide I'm gonna be an asshole and scare him. I come up from behind, slap my hands out onto the back of his shoulders, and what I didn't realize is that Croven had been drinking some sort of orange juice or some shit. And when I scared him, he fucking coughed it out. I'm talking hacking. I'm talking orange juice all over his chest, but like it didn't come out of his mouth. It came out of his nose too, and also a bit squirted out of his eyes. Ow, ow, ow. I don't like imagining that. Oh, don't worry, it gets worse. He grabs my soda out of my hands, thinking it's water to rinse his eyes out. Pours it directly into his eyes. Oh my god. Was he okay? I mean, yeah, eventually. He bit his own arm to keep from swearing in front of all those kids at the beach. And Zapara never knew the story? Nah, by the time she came back, Croven was all taken care of and didn't really feel like talking about it. I'm sure if you asked him to retell the story today, though, he'd laugh. Probably. I see. Thank you for telling me. Hell yeah, dude. It was a great day. Oh, and one more thing before you head back. Say hi to Zapara too. And go easy on her for me, okay? Listen, I know she seems like a firecracker. I know she seems like all firecrackers and dynamite. Maybe even a little rough around the edges. But she's got a lot going on deep down. And I know she'd appreciate some help with that. I'll appreciate it too. I see. I'll try to talk to her next time I see her. And let her know you said hi, too. Oh, please do. And I'm excited to see my boys again soon, but... I'm hoping it'll be a long wait before... I'm hoping it'll be a long wait at the same time. Heh. Yeah. I hope so, too. I'm just thinking about that orange juice is fucking coming out of your eye. Yeah. Before I knew it, I was out again. And I woke up to the sound of worried Croven. Yo, Mars, come on. It's getting late. And it's look like it's gonna rain soon. Croven? Yeah? You poured soda in your eyes? Is that the real reason why they're they were redder than usual? That's a weird. Permanently redder eyes because you fucking just poured down a whole can of fucking orange soda in your eyes is wild. Just permanent red. It's a beautiful day today. And after so much talk of rain, I had even brought my umbrella. But it was clear I wouldn't be needing it. The sun felt so warm, so much brighter today. I hoped we would get more sunny days like this before things start to get cold and cloudy again. Because right now just felt so refreshing. I was on my way to the cemetery once more. I didn't have any flowers this time around, but I was sure that was okay. Did we ever bring that teddy bear to that one girl? I brought a teddy bear last time after all. Alright. Do I have fucking cognition or something? Like, damn. Besides, I now have a different method of being able to visit everyone here. I try to visit Theo too, when I'm able. I don't want to bother him too much. And even though he and I aren't best friends or anything, I can tell he appreciates it. I mean, I'm sure I would appreciate it if I was fucking dead and had nothing else to do. But get visited by people. Which I guess is how old people feel. So is being dead in this world just basically you get to experience what being in a nursing home is like? Except forever? And maybe you're younger than you would have been if you lived that age? To that age, I meant. I think I'll try to see him again today. That's a lot of naps. That can't be good for you. I continued down the sidewalk, admiring all the things that looked so much happier in the sunlight. The birds, the flowers, the trees. But one thing that didn't was making its way towards me. And I didn't even realize until I heard her snap my name, Twyla. Oh, Twyla. Funny running into you here, huh? And I see you're out and enjoying the sun. Haven't heard a lot from you, you know. Heh, yeah. But, likewise, you know? But I've been investigating on my own time. Do I need to remind you that you're the one who offered to help me, and not the other way around? I don't think the answer is gonna matter here. But, you know, let's save anyways. I don't know where to start, or I've been really busy. That is true, we've been busy. She can just go piss off. I've been really busy. Yeah, I'm sure you have been. All those headstones don't talk to themselves, right? I'm sorry, Twyla. I don't think I can help you anymore. Excuse me? Huh? Not help me anymore? You haven't helped me once. And now you've got the gall to back out before you've even started? What's that for, huh? Well, it's just what? I'm not cut out for this. We kinda aren't. But maybe if we are reasonable about it. You know? Maybe she'll shell out. I don't think she will, but fuck it. This girl is always a bitch. I'm not cut out for it. Please understand. I'm really sorry, Twyla. I'm not cut out for this. Even just helping you in the library, I couldn't do much. I couldn't possibly drag you or your investigation down. I don't think I would be much help at all. I should have told you earlier. I'm sorry. Do you understand? Oh, I understand. You do? Yeah, I do. I get it perfectly clear. Why bother helping me catch a threat when it could help fill up the precious cemetery you love so much? Whoa, what? Hold on. That's not true. I'd never risk someone else's life for that. Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. Just like I was sure you would help me. I apologize for lashing out so. I'm just running low on patience. You might not know it, but I tolerate a lot of bullshit from a lot of people. But one thing I refuse to tolerate is people who don't keep their promises. So go on then. Run to your little cemetery, Mary. I'll let you go. But I'll make sure you keep that promise eventually. Okay, Twyla. Oh, I didn't read that. Twyla angrily brushed past me after that. I felt hurt, to say the least, hearing what she thought of me. But I couldn't help her anymore. And it had to come out eventually. At very least, it was something that I got over with, and I couldn't let it ruin today. I wiped my eyes of any tears and tried to regain my composure. I tried to focus on the nice things around me as I continued on my way. The birds, the flowers, the trees. The birds, the flowers, trees. I couldn't let it get to me. She didn't know the truth like I did, and I couldn't keep Theo waiting. I continued on, and up the way, and entering the cemetery, something felt off. And I didn't know why until I started approaching Theo's grave site. Someone's there at the grave site. Is that... No. Hey! Wait! I followed them as they ran from me. They got out of my sight quickly, but I was determined to find them. I walked down and up the aisles, trying to keep my eyes and ears open, until eventually I began to hear something. I followed the noise, which led me to a tree, and... Zappara? What are you doing here? I took a seat beside Zappara, patting down the grass as I did so. She wiped her eyes on her sleeve as I sat. Hi, Mary. Hi, Zappara. Are you alright? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Don't I look fine? You, Oh, we did promise Theo we were gonna be nice, so, don't break your promises to dead people, especially if you're gonna be visiting them. You missed Theo too, right? Huh? I'm okay. I'm okay. Really, I'm sorry. I was just leaving. Don't worry about it. Zappara. I was surprised to see you. Well, I was surprised that you... Well... What? You... didn't show up to his funeral and all. I couldn't. Why not? You didn't want me in there anymore. Oh, that's... You didn't want me in here anymore. And after the last incident, I promised Theo I would respect your boundaries. But I guess I broke that promise anyways, huh? I wanted to leave before you saw me, at least. Zappara, It's like, Oh man, that's sad. This is sad because she's like, well, I promised him, like I couldn't come here because that would be breaking your boundaries, and I promised Theo that I'd be trying to respect your boundaries and shit, and it's like, oh damn, that's why she didn't go to the fucking funeral. Now I feel bad. What do we say? I don't know. I guess thank you is all I can say. Thank you for thinking of me. Yeah, of course. Last one? Too bad, I fucking already made an option. Crows cares about you and all. What was the last option anyways? I did save, but whatever. And even though we didn't know you long, Theo and I were always hearing great things about you. Yeah. Not to say you're bad with words, but you're bad with words. I am. I am bad with words. But even still, I would never stop you from seeing Theo. Mm-hmm. It's just... nothing's been the same now that he's gone. And I'm not sure it ever will. It still feels so unreal. I walk into our place and I'm ready to start, like, I don't know, hitting him with my jacket sleeves or stealing his hat and running away with it. And now when I come home, it's all by myself. But all his stuff still smells like him. Smells like before we left for the bar. Smells just like before we left for the bar. His mug is still in the sink because he said he would wash it later. And his hamper is still full because we were going to do the laundry together. And the TV remote is still stuck in the couch because that's where he left it. He was my best friend. And he's totally gone now. I'm never going to get him back. I'm never going to get him back. I'm never going to see him again. That's not true. I promise one day you'll see him again. But not in this life. Isn't that right? I don't know what to do anymore. I don't feel like myself. At least, not without him. I'm all alone. You're not alone. Croven's here and I haven't talked to Croven since. Really? I don't even know what I'd say. Or what it will feel like. The three of us were always together when we hang out. And it feels unfair without him. It feels wrong. It will get better in time. With time. I promise you it does. Maybe it won't always be the same, but... it will be better. And Zapara? You're not alone. I know Croven would want to hear that from you. And I really think you two should see each other. Even if it's awkward. You should know that. It's like Croven's definitely here for you, you know? Would those be better words, Yuki? You're the apparent good word haver. Decider person. Oh, my arm. What time is it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're like 20 minutes over stream time, but that's fine. You're what? I'm here for you? Okay. Oh, I almost clicked the wrong one. I'm here for you. And I know Croven is here too. I know Croven is too. Fuck, I can't read. Even if I didn't always think you were the best person, that's... just because we don't get along doesn't mean I can't help you through this. So... oh, poor woman. Thank you, Mary. I could really use the support right now. Yeah, of course. It's going to get better. I promise. I forgot we did promise Theo as well that we were gonna, like, try and help her out. I don't know why I forgot that. By the way, didn't the cute glasses guy fix everything? He did. I guess he technically did, assuming he actually murdered the guy, and the guy didn't just, like, somehow die from drinking too much. I've got another question for you. I thought you might. Have you ever lost anyone? Why do you ask? I just want to see. Of course I've lost people. I don't think there's anyone alive who hasn't lost someone. I've probably lost more than you could fathom. How do you feel? I guess. Did it hurt? How do you feel? I guess these are both the same fucking question. How do you feel? It always starts the same. It begins with devastation. But over time, those feelings, you get used to them. It's like a blur. You stop worrying about who died and start worrying about who's next. There is no rest. So you become someone who doesn't need rest because it isn't going to stop. You just have to be ready for the next time. That sounds heartbreaking. It was. And it's why I'm fighting so hard. So that you don't wind up like me. Okay. Mr. Mysterio, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? It's been a few days. Despite what happened at the funeral, Croven hasn't really left his room. When I wake up in the mornings, I can hear him stomping about his room. And when I return from having left the cabin, I find no evidence that he's left the cabin at all, let alone his room. I'm so used to him going out every day. But now I feel bad if I'm leaving him alone, at home alone. He spends most of his day holed up in his room, door shut tight. I'll knock on it every now and again to check on him, but there's not much I hear from him outside of that. But today, his door is open, and I think I should check on him. You should. That fucking poster. Why does that look like Megaton from Undertale? His door had been opened just a crack, and I opened it just a bit more to get a better look inside. He was sitting on his bed, and without even turning to face me, I heard him say, Metaton? Metaton. Yeah, Metaton. Metaton. I don't know how to say his name. It's been like a long while since I've read the name. I know you're there, Mary. Come on in. Metaton. I stepped inside and took a seat on the end of his bed. He didn't seem to have much of a reaction. It's getting a bit late. Flag! I'll probably start dinner soon. Sounds good. You really shouldn't be smoking inside, you know. Oh, look at this. Okay, there's a crow and then there's a deer. This is a reference to, Croven. Look at the crow and its little, like, cowlick hair, right? And this is the Vassalist person that I was talking about, meant to represent them, because they're dating, maybe, sorta, kinda, I don't know. We haven't seen Vassalist. Maybe Vassalist was just meant to be a reference in this little timeline, I guess, because it's a different timeline. It's a lollipop. Ah, I see. I like your deer plush. Your flag is upside down. Is it? I didn't even notice. You finally hung up your signed poster. I guess any of these questions is just, a whole lot of nothing. You finally hung up your signed poster? It's a bit low to the ground, though, don't you think? It's fine. Besides, if it falls down, I don't have to worry about having to get a chair or anything to put it back up again. Haha, fair point. I like your deer plush? Thanks. I haven't seen it before. Is it recent? Yeah. That person you met, Vass? They won it that time we met at the arcade. Said they had no room for it and insisted that I have it. I hope you don't mind that I didn't gift this one to you. I know you like collecting toys, but... Oh, no. I totally get it. Don't even worry about it. Your flag is upside down? Yeah, I know. Oh, alright then. Just, I know. You did it on purpose, I guess. I notice your hamster is getting full. Mine's been getting a bit full too. Maybe we could do laundry together soon. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. It's strange though. I feel like I just did laundry and now I have to do it again? It's not like I even wear that many outfits. Yeah, me neither. Alright, let's stop beating around the bush. Huh? What do you mean? Come on. You and I both know you didn't come in here to talk about my laundry or the posters in my room. You're here because everything sucks right now and you think we should talk about it. I mean, everything does suck. Kinda. We could say it's not so bad, but meh. I think he feels like it sucks, so I'm just gonna say it does suck. You're right. Everything is awful. You know you can say it, right? Say what? Go on. Say that it sucks. You know I don't like using that language. Fair enough. Wait, she didn't use the word suck? Everything is awful. Okay, she said everything is awful. Why doesn't she? She really doesn't like to be anywhere near a swear. I know things have been very, very hard lately. But I just don't know what to do. Are you sure you don't want to see a therapist? I don't think that's a good thing to bring up. I know we went to she went to therapy for a little while, and then we got out of it, so I don't think bringing up the therapist is a good idea. It all feels hopeless, you know? I feel like just airing it out with him might be better than, like, trying to convince him of anything. Because he's probably not gonna say yes to the therapy thing. Helping, he's probably gonna be like, it's fine. So, you know, I don't want to bother him. Just connect, I guess. Just connect. It all feels hopeless. It's just one thing after another. Is it ever going to stop? It will, eventually. But you won't have to worry about me. I'm fine. You aren't fine. And I'm not fine either. I don't want this cycle to continue. Where all we do is feel miserable again and again. Mary. I guess I just want things to go back to normal, but normal's not happening. I'm just so stressed. Mom and Dad have been missing for weeks on end. I haven't heard from them in over a month. I don't think anyone's even looking for them anymore. And I'm not either. I feel so terrible about that. They're gone, and what am I even doing about that? I feel so awful. And I feel so helpless myself. And you're the only person I have. So when you treat me the way you do, it makes me feel... I feel so... Sorry. I'll try not to let my feelings get the best of me anymore. Then how can you keep going on like that? Saying that you're fine and when that's not true. And just settling for it. Because it's not like I have any other choice, Mary. You just don't get it. I know you're worried about your own parents. I know that's a shitload of stress on your shoulders too. But at least you have some fucking hope in the situation. What hope do I have? My parents are dead. One of my best friends is dead. And there's no way around either of those facts. I'm never going to see either of them again. And yeah, sure, maybe you can talk to them. But that doesn't mean I can see them, or be around them, or do any of the same things I used to do with them. It's like, why fucking try? If everyone I get close to is just gonna die right in front of me, then why bother trying to do anything about it? Whether I'm happy or sad or whatever, doesn't matter. Because it doesn't change the life that I'm living right now. That's why everything is fine. And why it has no choice but to be fine. I know that you want to help, but all these solutions, therapy, relaxing at home, whatever, they aren't going to change anything. They aren't going to bring anyone back. Don't you understand that? Better than anyone? I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like a dick when I say this, but your parents might come back one day. Mine sure won't. I mean, it's a terrible way to think. I don't know who's comforting who right now. I don't, I don't know. These options are like, that's a terrible way to think, but like, I mean, he's not wrong. I guess all we can tell him is you can't stop living, you know, but I feel like that's gonna piss him off. I feel like all of these things are gonna slightly piss him off, but he just said he's not gonna let his emotions get the best of him. So maybe he won't get pissed off. I don't know. I don't fucking know. All of these are like terrible things to say. It gets better, and it's like, what are you know, like all of these are bad. I mean, he hasn't spoken with Zappara, so I mean, we gotta get that going. So you know, you can't stop living, my guy. Go talk to her or some shit. I mean, I guess he's the one that's saying you can't stop living. So I don't. Fuck it. I'm not. At least I'm not trying to. I think that's obvious, even though it might not be apparent to you. I know what I'm doing with my life, and I'm definitely not stopping it. But it doesn't feel like how it should. This isn't how things were supposed to be. No one could have predicted this. I could have. I should have told them not to risk going out that night. I should have done a lot of things. But it's too late now. I don't think you should be thinking like that. Then how else should I be thinking? Listen, I know I'm not always the brightest girl, but if there's one thing I know about its loss. Here we go. Please, Croven. Right. Sorry for cutting you off. When I attend those funerals, I meet lots of people who are feeling the same way that you are. They're stricken with grief. It doesn't matter who died. And the way they express that grief isn't always the same. Some people can't help but to sob. Others seem to stare in disbelief. Like, if they wake up soon, they'll realize it's all just a terrible dream. And some of them simply talk to everyone around them as if nothing is the matter. But you can tell they'd rather be seeing their loved ones in different circumstances. I don't see these people for very long when I'm there. But I know that all of these people have been getting better since that very day. It's why we have funerals. To start the healing process with closure. But despite its name, closure is just the first step. I know that everyone deals with loss differently. But I know that grief won't last forever. And I know that process it doesn't have to be so miserable either. So please, let me try to help you. Maybe if together we can acknowledge and embrace the circumstances we're in, it'll be easier to get past them. But what if I don't want to? Croven, move on from it. Get past it. Isn't that just the same as forgetting? The reason you go to all those funerals, the reason you visit all those graves, isn't it because you don't want anyone to to be forgotten about? You're hypocritical. How hypocritical of you. Waiting to remember strangers but forgetting the ones we care about most. It's not forgetting. Croven, just because they're gone doesn't mean we're going to forget them. You're right in what you said. I don't want anyone to feel forgotten about. It's why I visit them. But feeling better about it isn't forgetting. Wanting to live a happy life isn't forgetting. I mean, do you think your parents would want this from you? That Theo would want this for you? You can't be afraid of what happens when the grieving is over. Feeling better doesn't mean you forget how much you miss them. It just means you won't feel as sad when you remember them. Mary. Yeah? You know I love you, right, Mary? Yes, I know. No, you don't. Come here. Crowen motioned me over with a lazy hug-like gesture, and I scooted over to him. Do you know the reason we started staying over? This old piece of shit cabin? No? I was always curious, but I thought it might be rude to ask. It's because... Croven? We wanted to be closer to you guys. That's the only reason. You're joking. That's crazy. You had such a nice and home in Hallen City. I still don't know how to say that. Hey now, you know what all those old folks say about the difference between a house and a home? I know I've been an asshole. And I probably won't stop feeling like one for a while. I can't really explain all my feelings right now. But while you're here, I just want to say, after having lost so many people, I'm just glad I haven't lost you yet. Yeah, I'm glad I haven't lost you either. Look what you made me do. Look how you know I hate all that dumb sappy shit. And you got me over here monologuing it. I'm sorry. Yeah, can it, Mars? Bleh. That was so sappy I could put it in your morning pancakes. Hey! Don't let it happen again. I won't. Hee hee hee. I can never get a woman laugh right. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna have to deal with hee hee hee. That's the best I can do. Please leave my family alone. That's not possible. We're getting better. And if my parents were here still, I'd feel almost like I did before. I'm afraid I cannot give you the same life you once had, but I can assure you things will be better after this all. How will it be better? I can't explain it. At least not now. But whether you believe it or not, it will get there. And so will I. This is for you, and you'll see that soon. Good night, Mary. Good night. Thank you. It's been a few days since then. Croven seems to be doing a little better than usual. I think he's really trying extra hard right now. And he's been seeing Sapper again too. And I think that's nice. I think that's good for them. I'm happy to see them having a nice time together again. I had such a nice day by myself, actually. Sometimes it's nice to just return to the cemetery for a normal day after so much chaos. I made sure I put at least one flower on every grave today, though I haven't talked to any of them. I had considered doing it, but like others tell me, it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep in public places, especially if there is a killer on the loose. So I decided I shouldn't do that today. But that's not what happened, though. I truthfully didn't mean to fall asleep. I didn't. But then I sat back against the mausoleum we have after getting outside on our feet all day. Well, I was just so tired. I didn't even realize I fell asleep. Okay, we're still a little ways away. So I'm actually gonna end things off here since I've been here for quite some time. Quite some time. I'm going to save and then we'll just... I'll save this for some other time. Alright. It was a good time though. It was a good time going through this. This story is definitely... Croven's story is a lot longer than the others, it feels like. So, I shall bid thee farewell, my kindred. I hope you'll have a great rest of your mornings, afternoons, evenings, and nights, whenever and wherever you are. May the gods bless you, and may the stars shine in your honor. I shall be seeing you, hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.